Happy Tuesday, everybody. Ben Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Let's get your heads right on a Tuesday. That's from the deep, deep reserves of enthusiasm that I just tried to access. It didn't come off. Yeah, it didn't come off very genuine. I'm tired. I had like 30 minutes of sleep. I don't know why.
Really?
No
kids at home right now.
No kids at home, dude. Maybe that's it. That's part of it. Worry, fear, that they're being good. You miss them. And then I have some things today that are going on that are stress-inducing. We'll talk about those in a moment if you'd like. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, the executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit worse for wear. Just couldn't shut it down last night. Could not shut it down. Nothing worked. Tried an audiobook, tried soundscapes, tried nothing, tried a show, tried a book. Nothing worked. So when I say 30 minutes of sleep, I mean like 30 minutes of just, it was terrible.
Are you stressed that your new haircut doesn't look good?
I didn't get a new haircut.
Looks good.
Is that an insult?
Yeah,
No,
was it trying to insult? I did not get a haircut.
It looks good. I was going to say, I thought you got one.
No,
your hair looks a little different today.
I'm getting a haircut today.
All right.
Yeah. So I did not get a haircut. That was a weird comment. Are you
I was
stressed?
trying to show you that I noticed your haircut.
But you didn't, because I didn't get one.
Apparently not.
Are you anxious because you look like a fat idiot?
Are you anxious because you're a big putz and kind of a loser? Is that why? Is that what you're anxious about? What in the world?
You didn't get a haircut? It looks tight on the sides.
No, I'm getting one today though.
Huh.
I'm getting one. I'm getting one today before my.
Well, you don't need one. It looks great.
I do need one, but I'm getting a haircut before my appointment today.
Your appointment.
Maybe that's what's stressing me out. It's stressful. We've talked a little bit about it. We haven't beaten this topic into the ground, I don't think. Interesting choice of words that I just used. Beaten. But my wife and I are trying to grow our family. And in the non-traditional way. I prefer the traditional way, but this is the non-traditional way. Through in vitro fertilization, and it is a involved, dedicated process, one that is not for the weak. And anybody out there that's done it, you know what I'm talking about. It's tough, almost kind of designed to let you down, So you're stressed about that. You want it to work. Today is the day. I've been on a protocol, and you guys remember when we were out at spring training? Hang on, I got to go shoot these needles into my belly and build up your sperm count and all this. And so today's the day I have to drive down to, La Jolla Village Drive and walk in the office at about 2:30. And yep, what I'm here for.
Cool jerk.
Yep, that's me. So if you could escort me back to that room with the very loud leather couch, the leather couch. Remember,
oh, my God.
Remember the leather couch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very squeaky.
Squeaky. Yes, I will wash my hands with this special soap and not touch anything and make sure that this goes. No, I'm probably. Yep. Let me just get comfortable here. Hang on. Let's get. Should I?
So they don't make you wear gloves.
No. Should I take? Hang on, I'll just take my pants off, I think. Or should I just go down? Down? Underwear too? I don't really want to be nude in here, but I do need to, hang on,
I assume the door locks.
Let me get a little free. Definitely don't think about how many other dudes were in here today doing that. The same
You're the
thing.
only one who's ever been in that room. They have a special room.
They built it just for you.
Every single client that comes in.
The hot, loud, sticky leather chair.
Don't worry.
No, there's
They're never
one
used
room.
again. It's disposable.
One hot, sticky leather couch. Everyone listening has passed out at a friend's house. And they're like, bro, just sleep here. Don't drive home. You're like, yeah, all right, that sounds good. And you wake up on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. You are pouring sweat and you are on his stupid leather couch, and the sun is coming in through the thing. Everybody I know
mouth is dry.
Your mouth is dry. You're hungover. You're like, and you just want to be in your bed, and he comes in, hey, let's go get some breakfast. You're like, all right, sounds good. And you peel yourself up off of the couch. All right, yeah, where do you want to go? Denny's? So maybe that's what's staring me in the face. Here's the other part, you guys, and I don't think I've told you this. If it doesn't work today, okay? If it doesn't work today,
and the stroke.
Yeah. If it doesn't work and they come back and they say, buddy, I don't know what this is, but this isn't going to get the job done. It's dusty, right? They then have to do a procedure. The procedure would mean, not to get too graphic here, but to take one of the boys and slice it open.
Ooh.
And then go deep. So maybe that's what's kept me up
I
at
can
night.
see a little pressure on you here.
So again, I think like legit, like
do they need a pep talk?
Stirrups, and then you're like, all right, man, do your worst. What do you dig in there with a spoon or something? Like, I have no idea. All I know is that if this doesn't work today, then that. And I looked at my wife. I go, all right, if it doesn't work today, we're done, right? She goes, oh, no.
Do you get another chance?
She goes, there's one more. You know the procedure.
Please
she told me about it. I was begging you.
Please give me another chance.
I'll do 6 needles in my chest, in my stomach instead. So yeah, I think that's what's stressing me. I think it would stress anybody out, but I want to deliver. I want to deliver.
I can't stop thinking about what you just said. You'd never shared that with me before, that was the next step if this step doesn't work.
Not something I talk about a lot, but something I think about a lot.
How do they close it back up?
Stitches.
Oh,
really? Oh, my God.
Yeah, they go in and then in. So cut the,
right.
and then
sure.
Get access to the thing and then
in again.
And then, like a Cadbury egg is what I guess. Take a scalpel to a Cadbury egg.
That's in a bag.
And then, I'm assuming that's what it's like. So that's weighing on me a little bit. You want to deliver. You want to be, thought of as the virile, no problem here, right? But so, yeah, I'm a little nervous about it. I'm not nervous about the procedure yet because I'm not there yet.
Right.
But I'm nervous about today. I want it to go well. I also want it to go quickly. I don't want to be in there like I was last time for like 30 minutes, pouring sweat when I leave. So
now you've had to refrain for a couple of days.
Master of my domain.
Preparation for today's visit.
Like 72 hours.
Stroganoff.
Yeah, so I'm chilling. So I'm ready in that respect. But it's a lot. And then the timing has to be right with my wife, and they have to do all the implantation and the mixing and all that stuff. And it's quite involved, man. It's quite, as Ray says, and you were home alone, man. Yeah. Imagine my despair. Being at home, it was quiet as a church in there. And I'm going, nope, can't do that. I'm watching The Dirt, by the way, the Motley Crue documentary. The whole thing is just boobs and it's sex and everyone's having fun. And I'm like, not me. I'll be here. I stuck to the protocol because I want the protocol to work. So, yeah.
Do you need me to pick you up? You were so nice to pick me up after my colonoscopy last week and take me for a sandwich. Can I return the favor? Come by around 3:15 and
that won't be today.
When they're ready.
They will not do that today. To my knowledge, they're not going to go in, test it, and say, while you're here, let's go ahead and slice it. To my knowledge, they're not going to.
I just meant today, like in case you're exhausted from the procedure and you need to, not drive for a while.
But the day I have my procedure, you're more than welcome.
No, today's procedure.
Oh, you want to drive me down there just to do that?
If you need help.
I do not need help.
You can sometimes be tired afterwards.
No,
if you do it right.
I will be fine. I will be fine.
You'll be safe to drive, you think?
That I feel okay about.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be stressing me out too.
It's a little stressful. So I lied in bed last night and I thought about it. And, I looked at the clock. It was 11:30. Then it was 1:30. My wife gets up. That's when she gets up. And then I'm laying there in bed by myself. That's when I slept for maybe 30 minutes, woke up, was like, all right, man, this will be a fun show today. Very, very fun. But we'll get it done. It's got a lot of practice in that respect. So we'll be fine there. And hopefully it goes well. So hold a good thought for the Woods family today.
We will. Well, as you said at the beginning, this job always requires a strategic emergency reserve of enthusiasm.
Yeah, it
that
does.
may not be readily available to everybody else at all times.
Yeah.
But when you host a morning show, little secret, we don't always wake up in the best of moods.
Correct.
With a ton of energy.
Yep.
And occasionally we've got to dip into that strategic emergency reserve,
Yep.
which you are going to do this morning.
I will dip into it. I've already I feel it bubbling up, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope it goes well. And I think I'm excited for the rest of the week too, with opening day and our show anniversary and all that. So there's a lot to do, a lot to get to, a lot to think about. I think I just got a little overwhelmed in my head last night, which has been a while. I've been sleeping great, been falling asleep, no problem, feeling better. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, good
Come
luck to you.
crank your hog. That's right. This afternoon with me down at Reproductive Center.
We'll find out if that drop advanced in the tournament of drops in about an hour.
Oh, yes.
When
We have
update-
results.
Yes, we have the
Oh my
results
God.
from the round of 16 matchups voted on by the tier ones, and we'll have our Elite Eight after this
Oh
morning,
my
and we'll set
God.
up the matchups to determine the final four. Let's see. How was your day, Paulie?
How was my day? My day was good.
Good.
My day was busy, but my day was good.
Good.
Got
And
a lot of
opening
work to
week
do.
is an incredibly busy week for Paulie in particular.
Yes.
Yeah.
With lots of new production for the baseball season. Got our shows, special opening day broadcast on Thursday from Baja Rex, our anniversary show on Friday. All of it requires a lot of production, so Paulie has to work a ton behind the scenes. He always does, but this week in particular, a very busy one for Paul.
I didn't plan anything for Friday's show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Oh, we just thought we'd come in and see what you put together.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It'll look a lot like this. It'll look a lot like this as of right now. But no, actually,
Sick too. That's cool.
I've been able to get a good jump start on a lot of my extra work.
Good.
So don't think I'm going to be too stressed out this week. That's the whole plan.
What about you, Benjamin?
I got to see Sean Lewis yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
First time in a while. Went out to the first San Diego State spring
How's
practice.
he doing?
He's good. He seemed to be in a good mood. He actually did me a big unasked for favor.
Really?
Yes. I was surprised. So I got there after the show. They were wrapping up practice last 30
The
minutes.
San Diego State football
This
coach.
is San Diego State football. This is their first spring practice. I shot some video. They're still surprisingly protective of what you're allowed to shoot.
Sure.
Like they're installing offensive schemes
makes
on
sense.
one end of the field. It makes sense on a game week. I don't know on the first spring practice if, let's say, Oregon State is scouring local TV broadcasts from March to see what San Diego State's offense, what wrinkles they might be facing in a game in October.
I think you'd be surprised, Ben, in that little league coaches of 8-year-olds go and watch other 8-year-olds pitch.
Coaches are both paranoid and
Psychotic.
overprepared and
Yeah.
psychotic. So
That's
they're-
by the way, that's a true story.
So I
like,
had to
what are you
be-
doing here? Oh, I'm watching this kid pitch. We play them next week. I'm like, you're joking. He's 8. No, I was going to check him out.
coaches are insane.
It's insane.
Coaches have insane
I
behavior.
might have done it.
I actually had an escort that had to walk with me to tell me what I could and
You had
could
an
not
escort?
shoot.
You had an escort
You got
with
an
you
escort yesterday?
yesterday?
Oh my God, what a Monday.
Drew
Oh.
from the San Diego State Media Relations
Sounds hot.
Department
Yeah, he does.
escorted me around the field. He says, you can shoot that, but not this.
Okay.
So I was being careful. And then practice ended, and they brought over a couple players, Lucky Sutton and Joe Bourgeon, and then Coach Lewis came.
Nice.
Now, I was there. I think Derek Togerson was there, Kurt Kenny from the UT. So we had a mini little scrum, like 3 or 4 people. And I'd set up my camera, but it wasn't, I had to hold my microphone, and I was behind my camera. So I was reaching out for a while. And this, it'd been 4 or 5 minutes, and my arm was starting.
Oh no,
Those microphones are not, I mean,
shake.
they're only 2 or 3 pounds, but when you have your arm extended for minutes on end, I was starting to lose integrity in my shoulder. It was getting really, really sore. And I was wondering, I'm going to have to figure out a way to adjust, turn.
brace it with your other hand, right?
I would have been in front of Derek's camera. I was
Got
just
it.
in an awkward position. And I was starting to worry, like, what am I going to do? This is going to be embarrassing. And Coach Lewis, while he was in the middle of answering one of the questions, just quickly just grabs the microphone from my hand and just holds it in front of himself.
Very nice
me.
move. Saw you shaking.
Saw me shaking a little bit. And without saying a single word, I gave him a little nod of thanks. And at the end, I thanked him and I said, Coach, that was very observant, very professional of you. Thank you. I will get into the weight room and do a little more shoulder work.
So I can just waving this microphone in front of his face.
Get into your delts and stuff a little bit
he said
more.
Exactly that. He said, yeah, you're getting a little delt work for you. But you'd be surprised after like 7 or 8 minutes of
I wouldn't be
even like a 2 or 3 pound microphone. It starts really getting sore and shaky.
When we were out at spring training, we did spring training cribs. And this year we did one single take. It was a 4 or 5 minute video.
Yeah.
And we shot it on my iPhone and holding both sides of my phone up like this. After about 3 minutes, I was like, I'm starting to get a little wobbly here. Like, this kind of sucks. And I'm like, we're only halfway done.
Yeah, I probably was like, that was exhausting. I was like,
it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You gotta like shake it out.
It does get like, I can still almost feel the soreness a day later.
You ever see it like a beer fest or something? They'll do the Stein holding
contest
competitions.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
make
God.
it 30 seconds.
I would be the first one out.
Honestly, a beer probably around the same weight as a microphone.
Well, that's nice of him
with the transmitter and everything. So really nice of him.
It's nice when someone notices how feeble you are and then they help you. I'm getting to that age where young kids are wanting to help me with my groceries now. You know,
help you across the street.
Do you need any help? I got it, bud. I got it. I'm good. Just came from the gym. I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, the feebleness. I was in my closet the other day in front of my wife. They did a whole Curb Your Enthusiasm thing about feeble. Like Larry has this smoke show girlfriend. They go to a dinner party. He gets up. He spills something.
Lou, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Lucy Lou, the real Lucy Lou, and she's playing herself. And he's on a date with her. And he like spills something on the couch, and then he gets up and he
walks into the glass.
He walks into the glass door, and he falls down. I mean, he's hurt, and she's standing over him. Instead of being like, "Oh, baby, are you okay?" She's like, "Oh no!" And JB Smooth is like, "Man, that's 2 feeble things in a night. Like you're done. You're never having sex with her again. Like you're never having sex with her, period. You did 2 feeble things in that night. That's it." I'm in the closet with my wife the other day.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
It's one of the best ever. And I'm putting stuff away and I'm hanging stuff up. She has a little step stool. I trip over the step stool. I go, ugh! And I lean my hand back on one of her rods. The rod comes down. All of her clothes slide down the tube, and she's in there. And I'm like, ugh! Lean back into the closet. I can't get out. And she's standing there. She's like, oh my God. And you couple that with baseball. That with baseball cards, Benny. Whew. It's been a rough scene for your old pal Woodsy, man. It's been a rough scene. Yeah, you can't be doing feeble things around women that you love, or really anyone. But Sean Lewis, that is a G move from him to pick you up there when he saw you needed it.
And speaking of strategic enthusiasm reserves, if anyone ever needs any, that guy's got plenty to spare.
He is a rocket.
March 23rd, the guy, he is still going 100 miles an hour. He has no lack of energy and enthusiasm for his football program. There's no doubt about that.
What you want in a coach, man. You really do. You want a coach that cares and is into it.
Well, why don't we let you get your head right for a second?
I'm ready.
And we will get the show started on the other end of our first break. We will set the menu for what we've got coming up on a Tuesday. A little bit of looking ahead to the Padres season as they have wrapped up spring training. Look back to yesterday, get a little more news from Craig Stammen and the San Diego Padres about what the roster is going to look like as we start the season on Thursday. We'll get to all of that coming up. Tier 1's glad to have you with us. Tuesday morning show with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Let's get our first check of traffic this morning from Kelly Danick, and we'll be right back.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with...
Ever seen that poem, Footprints in the Sand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Today,
People put it on walls and frames and stuff.
Big in the 70s. Your mom probably had it. My mom did in her bathroom. I need there to be one set of footprints today. I need them to be yours because that means you're carrying me.
Right.
Okay? So just your big, giant feet.
Yeah, the story, how does it go? It's
I was walking.
looks back in his life and
No. It's
God's walking with him. There's two sets of footprints.
Two
and in the
steps.
toughest parts of his life,
There was
there's
just
only
one
one set of footprint, and he wants to know, why did you abandon me in these tough periods?
Right.
And he goes, I didn't abandon you. I was
carrying you. So today in the sand, the metaphorical sand, I need there to be one set of footprints. Okay?
Do we need to make a video of me carrying you?
Maybe.
Yeah. Me on your back. Do you think you could?
How far could you get?
I was thinking more
Okay, like this, like a baby?
Like a baby.
I think it'd probably be easier on your back.
Might hurt my back that way.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think you holding me.
I think you care like
That would hurt your back
That would
worse.
hurt way. That would be way
To
tougher.
carry you
than
like
a piggyback.
Piggyback. Yeah.
Either way could be a problem.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I'm not worried about your legs. I'm more worried about your arms.
Yeah, I'm worried about your arms.
Really?
You couldn't hold a
I'm
microphone
more
up
worried
for
about
3
my
minutes.
back.
Well, you couldn't hold a microphone up for 3 minutes yesterday.
Good point.
You think you're going to hold me? I'm 220 pounds. You're going to.
I'm saying you carry them one way, it's going to be more strain on your arms.
Right.
You piggyback, it's going to be more on your legs.
That's right. Yeah, you can squat down and piggyback me up.
Getting you up to begin with is going to be the hardest part. Maybe Paulie could hand you to.
All right,
Save
what?
that.
Let's just try it right now. Yeah, let's save that.
Let's save that.
Why don't you try it
Let's
right
jump
now?
on your back.
I don't think that's. I think this is dangerous.
Yeah, get a wide base. Ready?
There we go.
No.
What?
Whoa.
You're not going to jump hard?
No, you know what? My back's a little off from the drive this weekend, and I had a nightmare scenario of like, I wouldn't be able to carry you on the show if I was immediately headed to the emergency room this morning. This was for you, because that was a possibility that would have been my last moment on the show today.
All right, that's fair.
You can watch.
You can see
as soon as he starts to squat, he goes.
That's when I felt when I went down. I felt a little twinge. I felt it before you even got behind me. I felt a little twinge in my back, and I go,
"Did you?" Just from squatting down, just like that.
Just bracing myself for you. That was
all right.
That got me nervous.
All right. Hope you save that one clip.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what we've got. Apparently, if I've got to carry you in this show today, we will be talking a lot of Padres, starting out with the official news yesterday that Nick Pivetta is going to be the opening day starter. Congratulations to Nick. No big surprise, but we'll hear from him and his reaction to getting the news and how he's approaching Thursday, going up against Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers at Petco Park. A real challenge, but he earned it with a great season last year and a decent enough spring training. But honestly, Padres didn't have really any other options for their opening day starter.
It was, probably down to him or Michael King. And again, it's just one day. It's a ceremonial thing. It doesn't really mean much other than,
Pavetta had a great year last year. Maybe a nod to that.
Yeah, you earned that. And you're, everyone had kind of uneven spring trainings. A lot of big pitchers across the board. I was reading some last night, guys that have had really bad seasons or bad spring trainings, but are expected to have a good season. Guys like Cole Reagans, they're very much counting on him in Kansas City. There's a dozen, man, that are like, God, they just have not looked sharp in spring training. And, again, talk about flipping the switch. That's what we're expecting from Michael King. Not sure on Joe when he's going to be back. But Nick Pavetta, too, man, go out and do what you did last year. We'll be okay.
And even Craig Stammen said the opening day start is usually more a reflection on what you did last year.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic last year. And I've loved his attitude as well about being the sixth best pitcher in the National League. He finished sixth in the Cy Young voting.
Yep.
It's not good enough. He's looking at the five guys ahead of him and going, what do I need to do to be better than those guys? It's not about, hey, what can I do to pitch almost as well as I did this last year? We know some regression is coming. That's not his mindset. His mindset is, I need to pass
upward
five more guys and be the best pitcher in the National League. We'll hear from Nick Pivetta in just a minute. Coming up at 7 o'clock, as I mentioned, we will give you the results of our round of 16 in our 7th annual tournament of drops. You voted. Paulie is tabulating the results. We will have the winners to advance to our Elite Eight before we choose the drop of the year on opening day at Baja Ricks on Thursday. We will give you the results and set the matchups for the Elite Eight at 7:20. Got Don't Do This. Really cool moment yesterday from our friend Skip Schumacher, manager of the Texas Rangers, that we'll share with you if you didn't see it already on social media. That'll be part of Do This. We'll have more Padres talk, and then in our 8 o'clock hour, some Take on Woods. Got a Roundel report with some headlines in the 9 o'clock hour as well. Want to remind everybody at some point where you're going to be able to see all the baseball games. I've told you a couple of times this week already that Netflix has tomorrow night's opener against the Yankees and the Giants. Rafael Devers and the Giants hosting Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Opening night, live on Netflix tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific. But that's their only actual game other than the Field of Dreams game. You're not going to see a bunch of baseball on Netflix.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Opening day, the Home Run Derby,
yeah,
and the Field of Dreams game. Where can you find the rest of baseball? Because it's different this year. We'll go through some of the televised options for you this year and where you're going to be able to watch the Padres and other teams throughout the season. So we'll get to all of that. But I want to start. We're going to hear from Nick Pivetta, new opening day starter for your San Diego Padres, and we'll do that after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Starting to see the typical slowdowns on our roads. Yeah, we're looking at you, West 52, heading out of Santee. But fortunately, folks are doing a pretty good job of staying out of trouble on the roads. We are seeing some volume on the Coronado Bridge from about mid-span on over to the island. And we've got some thick fog around parts of the county, especially the coastline. So leave extra time for travel if that is your route. Save on fresh quality ingredients when you shop at Vons and Albertsons. Right now, get USDA Choice Tri-Tip Roast, untrimmed for $4.99 per pound. Limit 2 roasts with membership where applicable. Shop in-store or online at Vons or Albertsons.com to find more deals and savings. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All guests on Ben & Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Congratulations to Sam Levitt, who is now regular season Sammy. He's crossed back into California, posted his final pictures, saying farewell to the Peoria Sports Complex yesterday after a really good month and a half of coverage. But before he left, was able to get a little more audio from Nick Pivetta, who got the official word from Craig Stammen that he's going to be the Padres opening day starter on Thursday. Here's what Nicky P had to say yesterday at the Peoria Sports Complex.
Well, Nick, congratulations on getting the nod for opening day. What was your reaction when you heard the news?
Just grateful for the opportunity. Excited to get out of Arizona and just start the season off, in sunny San Diego.
Your first opening day start in your career. What's the significance of getting this kind of opportunity?
I think you just kind of look at the guys that, have gotten opening days in the past that I played with, and, they're all great pitchers, great human beings. So it's just an honor to be able to get that, and hopefully I can just start off on a good start.
Last year, you had the opportunity to pitch in San Diego, experience what the ballpark is like, the sold-out crowd, some of the electricity there. What's your level of anticipation to have this opportunity in that kind of environment in particular?
It's just excitement. I mean, I think it's just fun for us to just be able to play in front of the fans, the people who love the game. I think that's the most important thing. So as long as you're going on having fun, enjoying the moment, it's always fun to have first in the big leagues, and it's another one. So I'm excited for it.
Nick Pivetta, who is so very calm when you talk to him outside of his starts. He's such an enthusiastic, fiery energy guy on the mound.
He's intense.
And then when you run into him, very laid back. Very Canadian, very nice, friendly. But you know that he will have adrenaline running through him. There will be an intensity to the opening day start for the San Diego Padres with Nick Pivetta. My worry would be it can be overwhelming. Nick is used to pitching with that kind of emotion and intensity. I don't know how much more you can actually ramp up. He threw in the playoffs last year. That was a ton of intensity against the Cubs. And now this will be a different sort for game 1 of the season on Thursday.
Yeah, excited to watch that whole thing unfold. And we're just a couple days away. So I know everyone is champing at the bit to get out there and watch Nicky P. And Tarek Skubal is going to be a lot of fun to watch too, hopefully. I mean, you're seeing one of the greatest pitchers of his generation. And Nick Pivetta is aspiring to be like that. So should be a good one. It should be. It should be a lot of strikes. A lot of guys throwing hard and doing really funny stuff with the baseball, which is kind of the dream for a baseball viewer. But will the offense rise up? Can Nicky P, keep us in a game for 5 innings, and then you could turn it over to Morahone and the rest of those guys and try to get a lead early. So it's going to be fun, man. I can't wait. I'm losing my mind.
After Nick Pivetta, Michael King will start game 2 of the season on Friday. Randy Vasquez will start game 3 on Saturday. And then we're not sure the order. Probably Walker Buehler Monday and German Marquez on Tuesday, although it could go the other way. I don't think Craig Stammen has officially announced how it's going to go. But yesterday, I think German Marquez kind of solidified, if he needed to, that last spot. Looked pretty good, actually. He's had a couple of big strikeout performances in spring training. Not that that's the be-all, end-all, but he came in after Kyle Hart pitched an inning as an opener yesterday. I don't know if that's a preview of something that, Craig Stammen and A.J. Preller are considering doing in the back end of the rotation, is using a guy like Kyle Hart as an opener and then German Marquez coming in after him. But then he threw 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts in a solid finish against the Seattle Mariners in the last Cactus League game as the Padres ended up winning 10-3, scored 8 runs in the 8th inning to kind of put camp at a nice note to end camp with a win and a 500 record. But, I think German Marquez definitely getting that first shot.
The biggest number that you missed, Benny, was the amount of whiffs that he got yesterday. He had 22 whiffs in 4 2/3. I mean, missing bats like crazy. Apparently, it was just. He apparently went out yesterday and said, my knuckle curve is my best pitch. I'm going to just throw it, and I'm going to throw it a ton. And these guys couldn't hit it, and they swung and missed at it a lot. 22 whiffs. Again, struck out 9, struck out 8 the previous start before that. So maybe he's rounding into form. Maybe we're all worried for nothing about German Marquez, and he's found the secret to success a little bit by throwing, his best, nastiest pitch whenever he can, and was throwing it in any count. So that was really good, man. 22 whiffs and 4 2/3 is no joke.
Yeah, I think it's fair to be concerned about the Padres pitching rotation at this point. I'd like to think you can count on, Joe Musgrove and Griffin Canning as being significant parts of the rotation. But at this point, I have not heard of Joe Musgrove even getting back on the mound yet since his last appearance on March 4th.
Yeah, no throwing, no anything really, as far as we've heard. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but
no, I haven't heard anything like, he's had to go back in for more imaging or anything either. That would be certainly concerning. But I really expected by this point, to see Joe at least back maybe in another spring training game by the end, even if he wasn't going to start the season with the Padres. It's closing in on 3 weeks. I think tomorrow will be 3 weeks since his only start against Great Britain.
And that was like 60 pitch inning again, or 60 pitch.
2 innings,
60 pitches against Great Britain. That's been the last that we've kind of seen or really heard of Joe Musgrove, other than he's not responding well. So I don't know, man. Maybe something's in the cards for A.J. Preller. My prediction that he would make a trade before spring training did not come to fruition. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't. And, again, Lucas Giolito was sitting out there the whole time. And, again, if Joe was 3 weeks ago, Benny, hurt and said, hey, this isn't responding well, I'm not sure where this is leading me, that might have been a real nice fail-safe to go get a Lucas Giolito. But nobody's gotten him. And there are plenty of teams that are desperate for starting pitchers right now. And I know some of the underlying things with him didn't look great, but I mean, the guy pitched at Fenway. You know what I mean? Like he pitched at Fenway and pitched well last year. So I think Petco Park, April, May, and June could have done him really nicely.
There's a lot of ways to read it. You can read it as the Padres just don't love what they see from Lucas Giolito.
That's probably it.
You could also say that the Padres really do like what they have in terms of depth, and they feel like Lucas Giolito would just be eventually taking the spot of a German Marquez or someone that they believe in more. And there's no reason to go out and spend money on a guy that you don't think is better than what you already have in your starting rotation.
Also, Luis Giolito is out there as well.
And then the final question is, could you still make a trade? Because there's going, or a roster claim, because as teams set their finals 26-man and 40-man rosters,
Going to be some movement.
there is going to be some DFAs, guys that have to pass through waivers to get back to the minor leagues, and you might be plotting to strategically pluck someone, which of course would be very cheap to do usually from another organization if they don't have a spot. Now, I don't think there's a ton of teams that are just overloaded with so much starting pitching depth that they're going to be, getting rid of someone who's actually good at this point, but there could be one or two serviceable options that are available in the next day or two as teams make their final roster moves. So, AJ Preller is going to at least be monitoring that closely if that's something that is of interest to him.
Well, and they did bring in another reliever yesterday by signing Jose Leclerc. He was not even in anyone's camp. He was just
minor league deal,
was just out working out for teams, I guess. And AJ knew him. I believe he was there. Somebody said when they drafted Leclerc in Texas, and he was a big part of their World Series championship. That was a few years back. Don't know what he's got left in the tank. Did not pitch very well last year, but again, minor league flyer for a little depth. Take your chance to see what happens.
We also got the final appearances of spring training for Jason Adam, David Morgan, Bradley Rodriguez. Jason Adam and David Morgan, each with a scoreless inning. Bradley did give up a run in one inning pitched and 2 hits. But we did get word that Jason Adam will officially start the season on the injured list. So with Yuki Matsui and Jason Adam both on the IL to begin the year, that opens the door to a couple of slots at the back end of the rotation, possibly for Bradley Rodriguez to make the opening day roster, possibly for Ron Marinaccio, who does not have any options left and would have to be passed through waivers to be sent to the minor leagues. Don't know if the Padres want to lose Ron Marinaccio. He's not a bad arm to have in your depth, and this could be a risky time to try to pass him through waivers as other teams are looking for one more relief option that they could get basically freely from the San Diego Padres.
Yep.
So that gives him a little edge in making the opening day roster. And then, you can figure out what to do when you do activate Jason Adam and potentially Yuki Matsui later. Again, there still may be a trade at some point just because AJ's not going to be able to keep everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
It might not be for a starting pitcher. It might be for a minor leaguer, a young, 17-year-old minor leaguer somewhere, just because otherwise we're going to lose him. So let's give him to the top bidder and get something for someone. So don't know that they can keep every arm that they have in that incredibly deep and talented bullpen. But to start, they might be able to squeeze a couple of guys onto the back end of the staff because of the injuries to Adam and Matsui to start the season.
Yeah, and the same can be said for the offensive side too, with Sungmoon Song starting on the IL. Opens up the door for Ty France and, a couple more opportunities for those guys. But I think those guys in particular, they know their time is limited, at best, right? Like, I got to go out and perform when given the shot. I got to make it difficult for them to say, all right, we got to get rid of you. We got to send you away. You're going to, we're going to cut you, whatever. And you can go sign with another team if somebody wants you. But, they're there to help win ball games early because Sungmoon Song, who knows when he's going to be back. So there's a little opportunity.
He was back yesterday. So
was he just hitting?
He went 0 for 1 with
he was in a game?
So he actually played in the spring training game yesterday. So he's not super far away if he's playing.
IL, though, for sure.
Yeah, he will start on the IL for sure, which opened the door for Ty France to make the team. Yeah, the question is, it would be nice if the Padres had the good problem that Ty France is really coming off the bench nicely for us and playing well. We don't want to lose him and try to send him through waivers to the minors, so we have to keep him. What do we do with Sungmoon Song now? That would be a nice problem to have. It's a problem, but it would be a nice problem to have if AJ Preller has a tough decision to make in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season on how to manage that 26-man roster.
So he'll start on the IL. Adam will be on the IL. Who else?
Matsui will start on the IL. Musgrove will start on the IL.
Okay. Yeah, as we always say, it tends to work itself out in the game of baseball sometimes.
It does.
Every spring training when you're worried about, we have too many great pitchers and catchers and relievers, usually works itself out.
And if any injuries become a little more long-term, you can always move guys to the 60-day injured list at this point. Yeah. And that opens up 40-man roster spots as well, at least for the time being, until they return, which buys you a little more time in managing your roster. Padres also finished as I mentioned, with some big offense right at the end of spring training to beat the Mariners 10-3. Really, really good spring for Romeo Sanabria.
Just unbelievable.
Who added one grand slam as a cherry on top in the 8th inning. Not going to make the opening day roster, but would not be surprised at some point this season to see Romeo Sanabria in the big leagues for the San Diego Padres. Just really impressive what he did this spring. And then you also got a home run from Kel Fountain, who homered on Saturday in the spring breakout game, and then came and did it in a Major League Cactus League game yesterday as well. So a couple of the youngsters in the Padres organization finishing spring training on a high note yesterday as the Padres wrapped it up and got the buses on the way back to San Diego, and players get their own rides usually, whether it's car, plane, different options in getting back to San Diego.
So they're all home.
They should all be home listening to Ben and Woods in the comforts of their own condos and houses right now.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, guys. Thanks for being here. Sorry I'm not up to snuff today, but I'll be better.
They have few of them will have actually people who drive their cars back for them.
Yeah, I would have done that. That would have been a good gig.
Drive, yeah. That is, how do you get that gig?
I want that gig
because they fly back.
I'll drive for years. I would love that gig.
I'll drive you back. I'll drive it back. Don't worry about it.
But they want to have their car. They don't want to drive all the way, like we do, 6 hours through the desert. But they want to have their car, their actual car, not a rental car, while they're in Arizona for a month and a half.
They drive it out. They drive it back.
So someone else drives it out for them.
And I see enough California license plates in the players' parking lot.
Yeah.
That's a personal car.
Oh yeah.
And then you see the rental cars that are clearly rental cars with Arizona plates.
Then like some have Florida license plates on it. Now that's the gig I don't want. I don't want to drive from Florida to Arizona for you, Manny, and then drive from Arizona. I would 100%.
Does Manny have San Diego cars and Florida cars for when he goes back, do you think?
Guaranteed. Yeah. Guaranteed. Now I wonder if that car goes back to Florida and he just flies home. Maybe the guy he doesn't drive out together with him. Trust me on that. He does not go Miami to Arizona.
Manny lives in San Diego more than he lives he's not just here during the season in Coronado, but he's here in the off season as well. He does also have a home in Miami, I believe.
Yeah. It works out there in the off season too. He's got a lot of family there. So interesting article about Manny from Kevin Acee yesterday we can talk about as well.
Absolutely.
It'll ruffle some feathers because it always does, but I understand it. It's a question that I talked to his brother-in-law Yonder Alonso about when we were sitting down. Yeah. Yep. And he gave me a very, very strong answer. So we can talk about that later today too.
Meanwhile, Padres not only ended spring training, the Dodgers ended their spring training with a rough outing by Roki Sasaki.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did?
That was about as rough as it gets.
So he didn't give up any hits, which is nice, but he gave up 5 runs, 6 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and he has been officially named a member of the Dodgers starting rotation.
Yeah, I think he's their 4. I think he's their 3 or 4.
He's not one of the best 13 pitchers on their roster. He's going to be given a charity spot on the team, essentially.
I wonder why.
Dave Roberts, they want to see him on the big league level and push him, but apparently Dave Roberts wanted to see compete mode from Roki Sasaki yesterday, and what he got was can't throw strike mode from Roki Sasaki. I don't want to say the Padres dodged a bullet because he cost essentially nothing to sign, so it's not really a loss, but the Dodgers invested enough time in him that they are trying to turn him into something that he has not turned into yet.
Yeah, you wonder what Ruben could have done with Roki.
You do a little bit. Or maybe the results would have been the same.
Hanging with you, Darvish, all that, Hey, we make decisions. We live with them. It's okay.
All right, we will come back. The Tournament of Drops, the first 8 winners revealed next year with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. I know you were playing with your baseball cards yesterday.
Yes.
When Hannah was out of town.
Yes.
How are your J.J. Weatherholt and Carson Benj prospect cards looking now that they both made the Cardinals and Mets opening day rosters? A couple of announcements yesterday.
Don't have a lot of Carson Benj.
Okay.
But I do have a lot of J.J. Weatherholts. I do have one fewer than I did yesterday, as I sold my first big card yesterday for $350.
A J.J. Weatherholt.
J.J. Weatherholt.
Interesting.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
There's a scene in the movie Wall Street where Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen are in a limo, and Michael Douglas goes, that's my first real estate deal. Bought it for $800,000, sold it 6 months later for $2 million. Back then, I thought that was all the money in the world. Now it's just a day's pay. I will say, in that moment, I felt a little bit like Gordon Gekko, who had because I bought it for like 70 and flipped it for 350. So I did feel a little bit like Gordon Gekko yesterday. Just
all
for
the money in the world.
Just for a hot moment. But yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Feels good.
And then yesterday, you turned your attention to more pressing matters.
Yes.
Fantasy draft?
My fantasy baseball keeper league
What
draft.
a day for you.
It was,
Wow.
I mean, you couldn't get much cooler than that, playing with baseball cards all
Do you
day.
have time for Settlers of Catan? Little Dungeons and Dragons after your draft?
A little bit. Wife showed up. She's been gone. She walks in the middle of my draft, and I go, "Oh, hi!" And it's like you can't.
Did you react startled and have to hide what you were doing?
You can't miss. You don't want to miss a player that pops up that you can bid on. So I had to run in They brought up like Drake Baldwin or something. I had no interest in Drake Baldwin, so I ran in the other room quickly, gave her a big hug and kiss, ran back in. I didn't want to miss out on Shane Baz or something, and but I didn't. So I actually got a great team, and it wasn't just me that agreed with my great team. It was one Eno Saris.
No,
as
you
well.
did not.
I did.
Oh, you did
I
it.
did it again.
You sent him
Sent him up.
afterwards for his his
Oh my
stamp
God.
of approval.
100%
That's so
edification.
embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. It's not embarrassing. It's awesome.
Had you asked him for advice beforehand as well?
Yeah, you remember? Not
Yes.
today.
Right. Oh,
But
back,
you remember I had asked him about, hey, this is my league. What guys would you keep? I get 5 keepers, 3 pitchers. Who would you pick? And he gave me some insight. And so when I started my pitching, drafting my pitchers yesterday, I sent him the screenshot and I go, here's my pitcher so far. And he wrote, I'll tell you exactly what he wrote right now. Well done. Exclamation point, exclamation point.
Oh, like a teacher with your paper
And
well done, A-.
I went, oh my God. I got the seal and the stamp of approval from one Eno Saris, who he lives for this stuff.
I mean, I want to make fun of you. I'm kind of impressed.
I was waiting, like I sent it and it wouldn't have surprised me if he said, you might have overpaid for him, but blah, blah, blah. Like he wrote, well done. Now he could have been at dinner with his family. It was right around dinner time.
He's
and
like,
he
hey,
just wanted to,
everybody I know asks me to do this.
Yeah.
But here, let me do one more. Great job.
You want to hear who I got?
Sure, why not? The riveting radio, of course.
All
He's
right.
talking about your own
my pitching staff.
fantasy team.
My pitching staff. Shane Baz, Edward Cabrera, got him for $1. Dylan Cease, a lot of punchies. Johan Duran, George Kirby, Nick Pavetta, Robbie Ray, Brian Wu, and Griffin Jacks. The nastiest stuff, maybe, ever assembled on one team. My offense is a little suspect, but my pitching will
You're
carry
going
me.
all in on pitching.
I went
Stuff
all in.
plus.
Yeah, stuff plus, all of it. I went nuts. And Eno loved it too.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. I mean, it's like if you got to send your swing over to Hank Haney or say, what do you think of my swing? And he's like, well done. You'd lose your mind, right?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You would lose your mind.
I told you the story when I was in college, and I was testing out a driver at, I think it was like the Callaway facility, like indoor simulator. And this was the old school ones before they popped up everywhere. But I was testing a couple of drivers, and I'm not paying attention, but I hear the door open behind me as I just uncork a drive, and it goes out on the screen, and the numbers come up, and it's 300 yards.
Woo!
I just knocked one 300 yards, and I look back, and the guy who walked in goes, 3 bills. Nice. It was Rocco Mediate.
Let's go,
PGA
dude.
Tour star who lost, of
Rocco.
course, the 2008 U.S. Open playoff at Torrey Pines to Tiger Woods. And he kind of nodded and goes, 3 bills. Nice.
3 bills? Nice.
Yo, that's a PGA Tour star right there that just gave me the seal of approval on that drive that I hit. So
Man,
I know what you mean. I know you know what? It's fun to impress someone that you respect.
I love Rocco too.
their knowledge. Yeah, Rocco's
He's
great.
the greatest.
He's-
What a cool guy to do that.
I know.
He has no idea. It's like
I don't know why he even walked in. It's almost like you walked into the wrong room.
he'll
or he
forget
was-
about that.
yeah.
He's already forgotten about it, but you'll remember that for the
course.
rest of your life. The rest of your life.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Very
So,
cool.
Thank you, Eno. You made my night.
All right.
I think I've got his number if you want to ask him.
Rocco
Or any
Mediate?
swing
remembers?
See if he
advice.
remembers.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember this guy?
walking into a
20
random
years
room
ago?
once and
Yes.
seeing someone hit a 300-yard drive
Yeah,
on a
we've had
simulator.
him on the show before.
He's great. He's great. Excellent. All right, let's get to it.
All right,
gents.
let's get to it. Tier 1s, you voted.
Oh, boy, I'm
And
nervous.
Paulie has tabulated the results. It's the 7th annual Ben & Woods Tournament of Drops Sweet 16 round. Put all the matchups together yesterday, and there were some close results. So, Paulie, let's go through the brackets, the results. We'll start in the explicit region with the number 1 seed, Crank Your Hog.
Oh.
Going up against
Let's
the number 4 seed, Panties.
Are we doing? I don't know how we didn't talk about this.
We did not talk about.
No. Are we doing the drops from the first round and the matchups for the second round,
Yes.
or just the results?
Let's do the results right now.
Okay, let me pull those up.
You have to do the results before you do the next matchups, right?
Yes,
We have to give
We
the
got this-
results
We got
first.
this dialed in.
It's been really good.
There's
Nobody-
nothing. There's really no other logical way you can do it. Results first, then matchup.
Yes, I know
Right.
that, Ben.
Okay.
And if you could shut up,
All right. Sorry.
then I could focus more on getting said results. Here. Okay.
If you could shut up.
Not
All right.
really something you're supposed to say to your host as executive producer, Paul. Just a little producing 101.
All right,
for
we
you
had
there.
our number 1 seed.
Come crank your hog.
You threw me off by, honestly, what threw me off was you saying the drop.
Sorry, you
I was
messed
like,
me
wait,
up,
are
too.
you gonna? Am I gonna play it, or are
Are
you
you
gonna
just gonna
read
read
it?
them?
Well, I didn't think you looked ready, so I wanted
Come
to
crank your hog.
against the number 4 seed, Panties. All right.
And this one was not that close. The number 1 seed prevailed. It moved on with 66% of the vote. So the number 1 seed there. We had a
that
two.
was Woods,
Me.
who's never won one of these
Never won.
before.
That was Crank Your
but
Hog?
has a very
Yes.
strong
Okay.
entry this year.
Crank Your Hog.
Play the
is
winner
moving on.
again. Come crank your hog. There we go.
That is your winner.
Okay.
Moving on. And then we had our 2 versus 3 matchup, which was. I'm having a meltdown over here.
It's Gobbler's Knob against.
Stop reading it. He just said he
I
didn't
don't-
want you to read it. Let him figure it out.
That one I actually did need.
I've never seen Paulie so
Flummoxed.
flummoxed by his own board.
Gobbler's
before.
knob. There it is.
Nothing saved. And that's going up against your 3 seed.
It's so stiff.
Could we have an all Woods
Me
matchup?
v me.
Yeah, it's possible.
Not in this region
No. Damn it.
because the 2 seed is moving on with 54% of the vote.
Gobbler's Knob.
It's so good.
Well, that's going to be an elite.
Oh, what a
elite
matchup. Oh my God.
Crazy. All right, let's move down to the excuse me region.
It's
Excuse me region. Paulie.
All right, we will start with our number 1 seed, another Ben drop.
I don't have a sister.
Brilliant.
By the way, my sister was in the chat yesterday going, send me the link. I want to vote.
She wants
Send
to
me the
vote.
link.
She was voting for herself.
She or not herself.
Or not herself.
Whatever the case
I
may
don't have
be.
a sister.
And that is going up against the 4 seed old Bill O'Brien.
What's up, Trevor?
Love Bill
that-
O'Brien. I got to imagine this was
This is
a
a
runaway,
runaway.
right?
Yeah, this one, how did it get into the tournament? Not
Yeah.
totally sure. With 91% of the votes,
91. Yeah.
Ben's drop is moving on.
I don't have a sister. Drew a good matchup in the first round.
Yeah.
Well, your number 1 seed, that's what you're going to get
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep. That's true.
We have a 2 versus 3 matchup. We have our 2 seed
Beaver Stadium.
going up against our 3 seed.
Excuse
Now, I think this was
Tough
a
one.
tough one to call.
Well, with 60% of
Okay.
the vote,
The winner was
the winner was our 3 seed.
Excuse
me.
Boom.
So we'll have that one.
I hope she hears that for the rest of her life.
So that drop
Excuse me?
will go up against.
I don't have a sister.
That's going to be a
that's a
tough
good
matchup.
In the excuse me region in our Elite Eight. All right, let's go to the other side of the bracket over to the extension region, Paulie.
We had our number 1 seed,
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Thank you, Manny.
and that is going up against the 4 seed, our friends at the auction.
No brainer
Tough
for
draw
me.
for the auction.
Tough
but,
draw
yeah.
for the auction.
I
but
love that drop.
I
Like
do
every
too.
time we play it, it makes me laugh. But with a whopping 80% of the votes,
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Thank you, Manny.
Don't
that is
forget
moving
it.
on to the Elite 8.
All right, and then the bottom half of the extension region.
We had our number 2 seed.
Yes, I am the throat goat.
A lot of good Woods drops this year.
And that was going up against
Adolf Hitler.
Your beloved.
Interesting.
And this one was a little close.
Little
This
tight?
55% of the vote is our winner, and that is going to our number 2 seed.
Yes, I am the throat goat.
Another Woodsy drop. Moving on.
All right, that's 3 Woods
Oh
drops
my
into the
God.
Elite Eight. You've got almost half the field already still
Oh my
alive.
God, that's crazy.
All right,
And
now
then,
back to the bottom right-hand corner, our exclamation region, and the 1-4 matchup, Ollie.
We had our number 1 seed.
He's the guy that I pegged.
And that is going up against your 4 seed, the Kentucky middle school basketball broadcast.
And they just stays dry.
I feel like, well, I don't know if we've ever had a 1 seed upset in the first matchup. This one was
This one was
not impossible. I don't know what the result
And
is.
they just stays dry.
That's a strong 4 seed.
That was so damn funny. When we
I bet you that guy likes the smell of bacon. I promise you. I promise you he does. I bet
Yeah.
next to his sink he has a little tin of bacon grease.
I bet he's got like a bacon scented candle
Oh,
or something that he,
100%.
from the as seen on TV store.
I guarantee his wife has a live, laugh, love thing up in their house. I promise you. Country kitchen.
But first, coffee.
But first coffee. Yeah. You don't even want to see me till I get my coffee.
Well, with 70% of the votes, there really was no upset here. The winner is
He's the guy that I pegged.
I mean,
Yeah,
of course.
moving on to the Elite Eight. And finally, a Dawn versus Mud matchup to wrap things up here. We had our number 2 seed
It's so long and big, Donnie.
going up against our number 3 seed with Don Orsillo.
Fernando sneaks in the back door.
Yes, sir.
I had no idea.
I
which
had
one
this one
was
as an
gonna go.
upset. I thought 3/2. Minor upset. I mean, this is just a hair's difference.
I had
between
Mudley.
these two.
Well, with 61%
I had
of the
Dawn.
vote, the tier 1s also had Mudley.
Yes.
It's so long and big, Donnie.
Perfect.
That is moving on to the Elite Eight.
Okay. Here we go.
I think Mud could upset.
He could. Mud could
the
take
guy
it.
that I pegged in the exclamation region.
Very much so.
So we've got in the explicit region, come crank your hog against Gobbler's Knob.
Okay.
Yep.
That tough matchup.
Very
there.
tough.
In the excuse me region, we have I don't have a sister against excuse me.
Okay. I should win that.
In the extension region, we have Manny. You guys are the voice of San Diego against I am the throat goat.
Ooh, me against Manny? Oh,
And then
no.
again in the exclamation region, it's the guy that I pegged against Mud. It's so
Long and big.
long and big.
Man, we have whittled it down. It's elite. Elite Eight.
All right, so Paulie is going to put up another link with the
Going up
matchups
right now.
All
going up right now, and you will have again until tomorrow morning to vote on your Elite Eight and determine the final 4 in the tournament of drops.
Champion crowned at Baja Ricks.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, we
because
will set
today
the
we will
stage
vote
tomorrow.
to 4,
Yep.
and then 4 we will vote to 2. Actually, we will reveal. No, we'll have the final winner on Friday. We'll have the final matchup on Thursday at Baja Ricks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then on
crown-
Friday,
no,
on our birthday.
on our
on our
birthday.
birthday,
Okay.
we will crown the champion actually on Friday, now that I think about it.
Just voted.
Trying to do the math of it all. But thank you for everyone. Paulie said we had tons of votes overall. So tier 1s, thank you for chiming in and giving us your opinions. This contest is for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
That's
we
right.
we would all pick different ones.
We would.
In fact, I would never be in any of the
You would never have
tournaments
any,
at all.
especially the Adolf Hitler.
I would
one.
not make it.
Yes.
I was kind of glad that
Yeah.
Adolf went down
You're
in the
welcome.
Sweet 16. Didn't win the Ben IT either. So
Yeah.
the officially out.
Officially out.
Which means you can now erase it from your
No.
entire computer fields.
We
and
may
files.
need it. We may need it at some
some
point. Yeah. That's great, though. Great job, Paulie. Good way to get it together.
Adolf Hitler.
Way to pull it together.
Hey,
Keep your composure over there.
Just needed Ben to shut up.
That's right. That's right. Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all?
Again, why were you so mad at me? I
Who?
was Paulie.
I wasn't mad.
He wasn't mad.
He was telling me to shut up.
He just wanted to focus, and you were vamping, and in his ear, when you were vamping and reading the drops, it threw him off.
Would you have been okay if Woods was talking, or was it just me that was bothering you?
Probably.
I would have probably told him to shut up too.
Yeah, probably you might have.
I'd be like, if you just shut up,
Shut up.
let me get to it.
Let me fix it.
You just wanted silence.
You
on the
know, out
radio.
of all the words that are said in my home, and there's a lot of them, we let it rip. That's the one that gets my wife's goat the most.
Shut up.
Shut up. She cannot abide. Shut up. She can abide almost everything else, but shut up, she does not. If one of my kids tells the other one to shut up,
it's very disrespectful.
It is. She springs into action.
I mean, there's
That's
such
either
such
up or
more
down.
nice ways.
Shut
to
up or
say.
calm down.
Yeah. I like to say calm.
Dude, please just give me a second. But shut up's pretty aggressive.
Shut up. Bo does it all the time. Well, he's 8, and he gets when his brother gets under his skin, he goes, "Shut up." And boy, Hannah loses her mind. That's the one. That's the one word. He can call him a name that's inappropriate, and it doesn't get her as much as "shut up" does.
Rod says, Ben, please fill out a Hurts feeling report and submit to Adam Klug.
Paul hurt my feeling today. Hurt my feelings.
I will send you some Odyssey points.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you go.
To
Perfect.
That'll
make amends.
All right, I got to pee.
All right, Woods needs to take a break. But when we come back, yes, we will have Don't Do This, including a fantastic final spring training moment for the new manager of the Texas Rangers, Skip Schumacher. And we also have a crime that just is
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's
gnarly.
It's just adjacent enough to sports that we can stick it into Don't Do This, but it is it'll make you scratch your head, and then it'll make you scratch your head again, and then it'll make you scratch your head again and just go, that's horrible. Coming up next with Ben and Woods.
Yeah, but you'll be the only guy in the story scratching his head.
That's a good point. With Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, if you follow sports, momentum can change fast. Same thing happens in the market. One headline, one downturn. Suddenly, people are wondering if they're still on track for retirement. I mean, with everything that's happening, all that uncertainty in the world right now, you see the markets going up and down and fluctuating every single day. Well, that's what Trajan Wealth is all about. Trajan Wealth helps bring stability to that uncertainty. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors focus on tactical investments and personalized strategies designed around your risk tolerance, not emotion, not hype. As an independent firm, Trajan Wealth isn't tied to one product or one approach. Everything is customized to you. They're local with offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, and they understand what's at stake. If you want a steadier approach to your financial future, start here. Call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207, or take a few minutes online at TRAJANwealth.com. Again, TRAJANwealth.com. I'll just say quickly, I didn't know what I was missing. I was paying higher fees on some of my investments that I wasn't paying attention to. Trajan Wealth got me into such better place. They can do the same for you as well. It's Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods on a Tuesday, and Paulie Reindl is already made up for his Don't Do This moment in our last segment. Just got the email. Paul Reindl has awarded you 10 Odyssey Rewards points.
10? I'll give you 10.
Quote, sorry for telling you to shut up. Hashtag community. Hashtag curiosity. Hashtag creativity. Hashtag courage. Thank you, Paul.
You're very welcome.
Wow.
Don't spend them all in one place.
I won't.
No, save
Because
them.
10 doesn't get you anything.
Do they roll over when we,
I don't know.
from year to year? If you don't use them, you lose them here.
I hate that.
I hate that too.
Don't use them like
They
any
roll over.
like some sort of flexible spending account or something.
With your Odyssey points.
All right, it is time for Don't
Your
Do
Odyssey
This.
pencil.
Yep, socks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could always use another backpack. I'm on my second one. You had to give me yours.
I gave you
Maybe I'll get
mine.
a third one coming up soon. Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Headline caught my attention
Yeah,
and everybody
you think?
else's attention yesterday as it popped up. Said quadruple amputee, pro cornhole player, allegedly shot and killed acquaintance during an argument, then drove off with the body. So the first I read it and I double checked for punctuation. I thought maybe a quadruple amputee and a pro cornhole player shot their buddy over in an argument. No, it was all the same person. And 27-year-old Dayton James Weber was driving three of his pals in his Tesla SUV on a late night joyride in Maryland and got into an argument, much like Ben and Paul just did, with his front passenger. So the argument turned violent, and while he was driving, he shot his buddy, Braddock Michael Wells, who was sitting behind him. And he pulls the car over, and the passengers in the back seat, also friends, he's like, hey, help me drag this body out of the car. I can't, obviously. And they said, absolutely not. We're not helping you here. So he ditched them on the side of the road, then took off, drove about 100 miles, and police found him seeking treatment for a medical issue at a nearby hospital. He was arrested. He was charged as a fugitive from justice. He's awaiting extradition to Maryland. He will face charges of first and second degree murder.
Jeez.
And this obviously the story is
Horrible.
horrible. Take away the murder, and you're like, okay, this is a quadruple amputee that is not only playing professional cornhole. And I was like, I have to go do more research. So I wanted to find out. So he would basically just get on his quads. That's what he had left.
Right.
And he would put his little
between his elbows
and sling it.
Wow.
And he's really good at
It's
it.
really
I mean,
good
it's
at
an
it.
inspirational
With his
story
arms.
until
Correct.
the murder part.
The murder part.
And he can drive a car, operate machinery and everything, despite being a quadruple
ESPN
amputee.
did like a feature on him just a couple of years ago, like a motivational, like, hey, here's what happened to
don't
him,
give up.
and look at what he's done with his life.
It's one of the craziest stories that we've seen.
But he was
all year.
driving the car,
and
his
shot a
friend.
gun at the same time.
Okay, I couldn't even do that. I don't think
with two hands. Yeah. So he's in a lot of trouble, man. He's in a lot of trouble. It was really a gnarly story, and that is definitely a don't do this. I would say.
All right, so
kind of encapsulates.
It does totally, and the cornhole makes it somewhat sports related,
very sportsy.
All right, we're going to move on to do this. Although there is a small don't do this that Woods doesn't know about inside this do this story, and it has to do with the Texas Rangers and our friend Skip Schumacher and the story of Rule 5 draft pick Carter Baumler, relief pitcher who was originally drafted by the Baltimore Orioles. They left him off their 40-man roster this offseason, which exposed him to the Rule 5 draft. The Pirates took him in the Rule 5 draft, but then traded him to the Texas Rangers. Now, you remember how the Rule 5 draft works. You have to stay on the major leagues all year long or be offered back to your previous franchise. He was having a pretty good spring. Didn't know if it was good enough, though, to make the team. And the Rangers had their final spring training game yesterday in Arlington. Baumler came out to pitch against the Kansas City Royals in the 5th inning. Pitched two batters, got them both out, and was surprised to see manager Skip Schumacher coming out of the dugout. He thought to take him out of the game. I'll let the Rangers TV crew pick it up from there. All right, so there's the don't do this inside.
I missed that.
That is the Rangers television bumper music going to a break.
Sounds like Jimmy Buffett. You play it again.
What?
So cool. Moment out of the mound with Skip Schumacher.
Cheeseburgers in paradise.
Can you imagine if you had to watch 160
out of the mound with Skip Schumacher.
62 baseball games every time they went to a commercial? That is what played.
That sounds like that Canadian reggae band Magic.
There's not a lot that could stop me from being a Padres fan.
That would get close. Yeah.
That might. If that was the bumper music that we had to listen to every time, Don Orsillo said it. We'll be back for the top of the 2nd inning next. You would lose my mind.
That would
absolutely lose my mind.
Yeah. Well, there's that song. If you put it on your cable. And the song that plays when the game goes off that I've fallen asleep to.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
But
loop.
It's not. There's nothing wrong with that song. It just loops too often.
It loops so hard.
It just loops over and over again. And I hear that song in my head.
Me too, man. And I wake up and I'm like, oh. Now, of course, I can't remember how it goes off the top of my head. If you gave me one little note, I would get it.
I can kind of hear it in my head, but it's like the hold music that 40% of companies use, that same one, and you just can't, and it just repeats and it loops and you're stuck and you can't listen to anything else. So
I thought that was a really, really good, cool move by Skip Schumacher. I texted him last night.
Skip said, you want to make it as memorable as you can. I'll never forget when I got called up, the exact moment, exact game in Memphis, Tennessee. It was just the most amazing time. I was trying to think of a special way to tell him. And then Baumler, here's what he had to say after the game about the experience of Skip coming out to the mound to tell him.
Root for that guy, man. Fantastic work.
It's that time
Skip.
of year, you're going to see a lot more of those clips coming around.
I love it.
From baseball.
Love it. Very, very sweet, tender moment last night.
Well done by Skip
Oh,
Schumacher.
he's the best. I texted him. I said, that was really cool what you did. And he said, you never forget your first. And I wrote on Olsen.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
I did. And he hearted it.
And that is don't and do this for a Tuesday.
That's true.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Different sort of first.
Yeah. I've never been called up to the big leagues, so my wisdom.
All right, when we come back, you mentioned it earlier, but interesting piece from Kevin Acee about Manny Machado and how the Padres will and won't be using Manny, we think, this season.
Yeah.
But Manny doesn't necessarily agree with it. I don't know. I mean, how much do you want to keep your superstar happy, and how much do you want to keep your superstar healthy?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out when we come back with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, Benjamin, I need to tell you guys about EcoWater SoCal. We all love the hometown squad representing the brown and gold. Let's talk some home field advantage for you.
Still got them jugs.
Still got them, Paulie. Southern California water is rock hard liquid gravel. Destroys appliances. It dries out your skin, your hair. I've had EcoWater SoCal in my house for a few years now. It's the absolute MVP. My wife and kids still obsessed with it. And these guys have been the masters since 1925, over a century of perfecting the soft life. They'll come out. They'll do a free in-home water test to show you exactly what's in your pipes. No guesswork, just facts. The new system features smart leak monitoring with a whole home shutoff. And how about this? Financing up to 84 months. That's a no-brainer, guys. Take it from a guy whose family lives it every single day. Your home and your family deserve a win. Call 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or visit ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Last night was a little light on the sports front. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Not much going on.
I was drafting all night, so I was deep into sports.
I got desperate. Turned on TGL Golf League Championship.
No, do not.
Jupiter
You're not
LA.
allowed to.
I know.
You're not allowed to do it. You can't do it. You're not allowed to talk about TGL on this radio show.
I mean,
you just can't.
I really don't
All right,
care.
talk about your video game.
First
golf.
I've watched all season. The reason I bring it up is that it's Tiger's team, but he hasn't played all year because of the injury.
Right.
He's playing tonight in the game 2 of the championship. First we've seen Tiger Woods in any competitive golf at all since like over a year almost, but there is rumors that he's going to try to play the Masters.
Gearing up for the Masters, perhaps.
So that's the golf headline going around right now. That the whispers are now becoming a little more realistic if he's going to be out there tonight, see what he's got, and then potentially in just under 3 weeks at Augusta National.
Had you considered the fact that there was nothing really on? Like what was on last night? Was there
women's college basketball? I turned on,
You don't have to watch
UConn
every night.
That was where I was going.
I turned on UConn Syracuse. It was 65-12 at the half.
Oh my God.
UConn.
Jesus.
You think there's an imbalance in men's basketball?
Oh my God.
Women's basketball, where UConn won last year and are the favorites again to win this year. That's against like a conference opponent. 65-12 at halftime of a round of 32 game. It wasn't even a first round game. That was a second round game.
65-12.
The coach at Syracuse went off after the game. Why do you keep putting us in Connecticut's bracket? Every year we get in, you put us in as like the 8 seed, and we have to play at Connecticut in our second game. Put us anywhere else. Make us a 10 seed. Stop putting us against UConn every single time.
Holy cow. I flipped on there was a little bit of spring training baseball on. Maybe that was earlier in the day. It all runs together for me. But you're right. It was dead. Now, did you consider, taking the night off from sports, I will watch something else. I'll watch DTF St. Louis. I'll watch the new Chili Peppers documentary.
I did eventually concede, and I watched another episode of Shrinking.
Okay.
Don't you find it odd, Paulie?
Yes.
That is the one show
that he keeps falling back
that you keep going back to, and you
I've just been kind of into it lately. I've watched like 6 or 7 of them. Lately?
Do you
short? I like that they're shorter.
They're like 25 minutes.
Yeah, they're shorter, so I feel like I'm not committing myself to a full hour-long episode of something.
Yeah, okay, but it's about therapy.
Right.
which you don't believe in. And
I
so
do believe in
You
it.
mock
for
it,
other
you
people.
mock it. You mock it incessantly.
I don't mock anyone who
This
goes
is
to therapy.
This is him mocking. When I said, "Hey, I need to get some
believe in
help,"
therapy
this is him.
100%.
This was his response when I said, "I need to get some help. I cannot do this alone."
I'm just more of a therapy for thee, not for me guy.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's how I felt this big that day. I said, "I just can't do this on my own, man. I need somebody.
Monster.
I need somebody to talk to." That laugh is just—it's so priceless. It's so priceless. I think you might have the best laugh I've ever heard in my whole life when he gets going. So why that show? Because here's the funny part. I tried it. I love Jason Segel and I love Harrison Ford. I tried it. I was like, this is awful. I couldn't watch it.
So what I like about that show is that the people all talk to each other like grown-ups.
Okay.
The whole time. And they can be mean sometimes.
Sure.
And they can be nice.
Okay.
And they go back and forth, but it also they move on. Like they forgive each other and they move on.
That's
But
good.
they can actually be like pretty mean to each other at times.
Like us.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good dynamic and one that
Okay.
I think I would like to recreate in my life as
And
much as possible. But-
Harrison Ford is like the old salty shrink, and Jason Segel's the young up and coming shrink. Okay.
He's like really enthusiastic. Harrison Ford's like brilliant but grumpy and kind of near
old surly.
retirement.
Yeah.
He's got Parkinson's, so he's dealing with that. He's got the younger guy, Jason Segel, has a daughter who's
Yes.
dealing.
Okay, I remember that.
They're both dealing with the death of his wife, her mom.
right.
Got a neighbor who's also, she's kind of nosy, but also cranky and deals with their kids and relationships. And it's not the best show ever, but
Right.
I've just enjoyed it. So
Can I say something without getting attacked, verbally or otherwise?
maybe.
Apple TV, I've enjoyed a couple of shows on there. I liked Blackbird. I liked the one with Kate Blanchett. That was very sexy. Disclosure, whatever it was. Remember that? Disclaimer.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I watched that one.
It was great.
Yeah.
Pluribus was good. More misses than hits for me.
Okay.
Just
I
in
think I'm the
my
opposite. I think-
in my personal opinion, more like Apple. Your Apple, you have the baseball games you do are perfect. The sports that you do are everything's perfect. I just feel like there's been more misses than hits.
Ted
for
Lasso
me.
was great for me.
It was good for the first season. Yeah,
Studio.
was great. Love this. Maybe I'm wrong. No, but
Seth Rogen does. He has Platonic is on there is really good. He does a lot. He does a lot with Apple TV.
They did that one. I didn't like Platonic. I did not like the Flight movie or show with Idris
For
Elba.
all Mankind is Apple.
What's that?
That's the reinventing the space race.
Oh no! I didn't
show
watch that.
Severance. Did we say Severance?
Severance. It was good.
Tried it, man. I tried it. I really wanted to like that show because I like all those guys too, and I just couldn't get into it.
Sometimes I feel like Apple has so much money that they can try.
They try a lot of
different
stuff.
things to be different.
Yeah, I would rather just get the choice nugs instead of all the shake that comes along with it. It's a weed reference, but
All right. How about this? What streaming platform do you get the most out of?
Ooh, that is a great
because
question. Can
I feel like I get one or two
can
from
we table
everything.
the Manny talk for a second?
Table Manny. This is way more important.
They want to play Manny less. Manny wants to play more.
You see it in
that's that discussion never goes away.
You see it in the chat. Right on Woods. Apple TV is Dookie, and then the next guy says Apple TV has the best shows. Obviously, it's subjective.
I think this is a
Entertainment.
tough call. Let's check traffic.
But
and
like
then-
we got Netflix, Peacock, Paramount, Prime.
Yeah, let's do our quick reviews of all the streaming platforms next here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, good news for northbound 5 travelers to the downtown area. Crash has cleared near 6th Avenue, and that accident involving a van and a motorcycle is cleared up on northbound 805 before Sweetwater. Okay, northbound 125 jumping into the act now, right past the King Freeway. A collision, no details as to whether that's blocking any lanes. And we still have this accident on westbound 8 Just before the 8:05, couple cars over to the right shoulder. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So, all right, we're talking about what we think are the best streaming options now, and it changes a lot. I mean, it's like it's following like your favorite sports teams. They'll have good seasons and bad seasons, good years and bad years. Like there was a time when Netflix, I got rid of it. There was so little.
Yeah.
But now I find myself on Netflix a lot.
Me too.
Watching some of their new shows.
I don't use Netflix a ton anymore, but I keep it because every once in a while they'll have, the live event of the month or whatever, whether it's a comedy event or a boxing, like it's going to be something that everyone's going to be watching. And I'm like, I probably should keep Netflix just to be able to have access.
Netflix has this guy and he's featured on there and you might have seen it. His name is Harlan Coben and he's like a British thriller writer. His shows are horrible. I've watched every single one, and they're 7 episodes long.
Lazarus.
I've watched
Stay Close. Missing You. The Stranger.
I've watched them all, and they're awful. They're awful. They're so overwrought. They're so ridiculous. The premise is so ridiculous. Watched every single one of them. Every single one. I like the thriller that's in 7 parts. That's my genre. That's my jam. I would say Netflix, probably where I spend the majority of my time. They had the Claire Danes one. That was really good. But Apple TV, I go over and check and I want it so bad. And I check and check and check and go, oh yeah,
I think Apple TV is essential. I think for some people, Paramount Plus with
he's from New Jersey,
Landman, Yellowstone, all those shows is like that's their number one. I'm not into all those shows, so
I liked Landman a lot.
Landman,
Paramount Plus is good if you watch television because you can get all of the on-demand stuff.
The CBS stuff is there.
I liked Landman a lot, and I watched Yellowstone. I did. It was good.
But I think overall, like consistently over time, that the best one, the one that I keep going back to again and again for the best shows is HBO. Max, now HBO again.
They haven't. What's the last good show they've done though?
I was away from HBO for
the one with Mark Ruffalo was really good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, not SWAT.
That's
You're
also
close though.
The Task.
The Task.
SWAT.
God, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
I started that. I need to finish that one.
Yeah.
I was away from HBO Max for like 6 months to a year or something like that, and I kind of just forgot. And then I got back in there. I was like, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here."
Pit is good
great.
too.
I want to try it. I just can't do it, man. Can't stomach it.
I get a lot out of Hulu and
DTF St. Louis is on HBO Max, and it is excellent.
I'm gonna start that one this week.
It's excellent. It's so good.
Hulu and Peacock gets a lot.
Hulu's solid. Hulu's very solid.
Yeah.
Very, very, very solid.
You can do the bundle with if you have kids, especially with the Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. And all kind of comes. It's not cheap, but it's something for everyone because you got the kids, you got the Hulu, you got the sports, and tends to be like at least a crowd pleaser for a whole family.
Yeah, people do love to hate on Hulu. I think it's fantastic. Keegan says, how many subscriptions do y'all have? I've got
too many.
7.
I mean, just off the top of my head for streaming, it's Netflix.
Every few months,
Peacock,
I cancel one or two of them, and then someone in my family comes up and goes, "Why did you cancel that? I want to watch this." And I'll relent and go, "I unsubscribe to it again because you want to watch this."
I don't really consider Prime a subscription because I'm already paying for Amazon Prime.
I go to Prime a lot. Weirdly,
Prime's pretty good.
They have a lot of good music docs on there. A lot. So I spend a lot of time on there. All right, that's your Crossing Streams segment here on Ben and
Without
Woods.
Craig Elston. We're sorry, Craig, that we didn't include you in the conversation this time around.
Yeah.
Because we've done that in the past where he's kind of in his year in review best streamers at the end of the year a couple of times.
I'll still text him all the time. You watching anything good? You got anything for me?
But it's like any sports team. Like you can have a really good team that has a bad year.
Yeah.
Like HBO, sometimes they have a bad year.
Sometimes they have a bad year.
Just overall, I think if you're going to go with the franchise to support, that's the one that's going to consistently deliver the best shows most often.
I've been seeing a lot of clips recently since his big win at the Oscars of Michael B. Jordan in The Wire. And I'm with you. I've never seen the show start to finish.
Yep.
and I've been thinking about trying to start it back up again. I want to give it like a full, fair shot.
I was supposed to over the holidays, and I forgot.
I'll start it. I'll let you know.
We should just do it together.
I'm down.
Let's do it together,
All
like
right.
one episode a night.
Down.
All right, fine. F.
All guests on Better Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We will come back, celebrate National Cheesesteak Day when we return.
Ooh.
Next, Better Woods on the fan.
All right, we are halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Feeling the energy come back a little bit from this morning. Again, if you missed it, I mean, I had like 30 minutes of REM sleep, so I was struggling when it got in this morning, for sure. But feel better now. 2 hours left to go in the program today. Then we'll somehow plow through tomorrow. Tomorrow will be excruciating. And then we get to Thursday, which won't be excruciating. Thursday is going to be incredible. Be down at Baja Rick's, broadcasting from 6 to 10 a.m., hanging out with the tier ones, get a little tequila going, because I think I may need some. I have a little minor, just like the little the little cough.
I hear that.
With
it's
a little
concerning.
It's a little wet. It's a little wet for my liking. It's not a dry cough. And I feel kind of the little burn in the chest right now, which is not great. So
do not get sick.
I will not be.
Do not get us sick for.
I will not be sick for opening day.
I do have a bit of news, just a tiny bit for opening day.
Question though, tequila would help that, don't you think? Alleviate some of that. Bourbon is for a cold, not tequila. Somebody says. All right, I can drink.
I don't think the cold knows the difference.
My kids are gone
between the bourbon and the tequila.
My kids are gone. I can go home tonight and drink 7 bourbons if I want to. I've got no children to tend to.
You do have to get up in the morning.
That's true. What if I start when we get out of here, like 10:30 a.m.? Now I have to go to the clinic.
Right, and a haircut.
Jeez.
But that is related to my news. I was told yesterday that while I will be broadcasting television hits from the Marriott on Thursday, they only want me for the postgame 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
I don't need to rush over for the midday. They've got Marie's got that covered from Petco Park. So
you can get
I do have a little time in the morning to hang after the show.
Cheers, mate.
With you guys and the tier ones, and maybe imbibe a little bit more than I would have.
Go to the tailgate with us?
Yes.
Okay.
I can go over to a tailgate, and then I can go in and start working a little closer to game time.
I love that. You're part of the team now.
Yeah.
We don't feel so disconnected as you grab your backpack and run down the street.
I think at 11:45, I do have to tape an interview, but other than that,
that's
the GM of the Marriott. It's a reason why they let us use their building and parking across from Petco Park.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Quid pro quo, as it were.
I'll make it interesting somehow. I promise
that you will.
We will have a hard hitting interview. With the
hotels.
GM of the Gaslamp Marriott
awesome.
for Channel 10.
Awesome.
You will learn things you didn't even need. You needed to know.
Paulie's wife in the chat goes, "Wow, what an exclusive!" She's been on fire lately in the chat.
Killer.
God. All right, let's see. I'm getting some ideas.
Possible he might be part of the Padres pitching rotation before the end of the season, depending on how things go as well.
For sure. Benny, ask him, hey, how about that hotel tax? That's something. That's
Are you
pretty
impressed
cool.
with my vast sports knowledge?
Are you impressed with my vast sports knowledge?
What's the gnarliest thing you've ever seen
left behind
in a hotel room?
I can't even wrap my head around what some of these poor the housekeepers have seen. I can't. How much do you think they've found? Like this is coming with me.
Doesn't make it to lost and found.
Doesn't make it to lost and found. Nobody's going to call back and be like, did I leave an 8-ball in there? You know what I mean? Nope, didn't see one. You know what I mean? Like
when you bring something illicit to a hotel room, not saying what, do you put it in the safe or not?
I think I've used the safe at a hotel one time.
You don't use the safe at the hotel.
No.
I love the cocaine. Cocaine.
God. Jeez.
Because then there's the risk that you forget the code that you just inputted.
Yeah,
and then you need to get hotel security to come up and open the safe for you.
K-Law says there was a story that a cleaner found some ketamine and took it. Yeah, I saw that video. Do you guys remember that video of the cleaning crew that came in to it was in the Maldives or something, and they walked in and they saw these lines on the plate and they're like, hey, they thought it was Coke. It wasn't. It was ketamine. So dude did a bunch of rails.
How much cocaine is a lot of cocaine?
And he did all these rails. And then he's like, bro,
jeez.
It's one of the best. It's one of the funniest videos you've ever seen.
Also insanely stupid.
Insanely dumb.
That.
Yeah. You have no idea. It could have been bleach. You have no idea what they're leaving in those rooms. So that's crazy. Let's see. My friend runs a hotel in Ohio. Someone left a giant TV behind that just needed a new cable. They brought in their own TV and just left it there.
Have you when you get to a hotel room and the TV isn't that big, it's always disappointing.
Bro, there's
When they
nothing.
have
There's few things in
like
life
a
more disappointing than a
28-inch
TV in a hotel room. And you're like, hey, let's see if I can watch the game tonight in the city I'm at. Nope, sure can't.
Here, you got this hotel remote that's
And then
special, and it's got 4 buttons on it.
It's Mario Lopez. Hey, welcome to the Hilton. And you're like, and they got,
and it always goes back to that same dang
yeah,
channel
hey,
every
it's
time
Mario
you turn it on.
Lopez again.
Can it
Welcome
just
to the
not
Hilton.
be already on ESPN when I turn it on? Why do I have to go all the way back to the hotel channel?
I
again?
mean, it is. There's nothing more disappointing than a hotel TV. Well, you'd think that one hotel would be like, we're going to spruce ours up. Hey, everybody, it's me, Mario Lopez. Welcome to Chula Vista. Great to be here. You're going to love our new country buffet. Head on down tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's the worst. It's the worst. They're all, you think one hotel would go, you know what? People do come to their rooms. They have kids. You take a nap. You like a nap in the middle of your vacation. Let's give them some good options on the television here. Let's give them some good maybe some local options. Some good movie channels. Like, figure it out.
One of the best moves I did, I think it was Vegas for a couple of days. We brought a Roku with us and an HDMI cable, and I just plugged it into the back of the TV, and it worked great. I was like, sweet. Now I have all my Netflix, Hulu, like all my stuff's right there. I don't have to log in on a public, hotel television, and that you always forget to sign out of.
Of course.
And then you're like, somebody's got my account now. But some TVs, most TVs actually in the hotels, they don't let you use even the inputs anymore.
Oh, they block off the inputs.
Or you can't, the TV remote, it only has power, channel, and volume, and you can't do the input. So they're like, how do I get to my Roku? It doesn't work.
Can't do it. I was
remember Googling how to hack in.
It's crazy what you'll watch in a hotel. We took our kids. Remember when Hannah was like, let's go to
Home improvement shows.
She goes, let's go to Palm Springs for the day. And so she booked this last minute hotel, and we got down there. Remember the pool? It was 114. We got out of the car. Taylor started crying because he'd never seen heat like that. The second we got out of the car, he's like, so then we go down to the pool. It's filled with gonorrhea. And I mean, filled. It is murky. It is milky. It is the most it's the most disgusting pool ever. It's tepid. We get in. I go, this is horrible. Drunken Dodger fans on rafts everywhere. I go, babe, we've ruined it. This is terrible. Let's just bail. No, we're gonna stay. Finally got him up to bed. They had 2 channels, and I swear to God, I think you're right. I think we watched a home improvement show because that was it.
Impractical Jokers.
I'm just slamming Ambien to try to fall asleep so I can wake up and go home in the morning. It was horrible.
Hotel room,
the
dentist
marathon
chair.
of ancient aliens on History Channel.
The only
It
time
was
I ever
something
watch
like that.
HGTV is hotel room or dentist chair.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, such a nightmare. And I looked at her, I go, maybe let me pick the hotels from now on. And it was horrific. It was a horrific trip.
It is National Cheesesteak Day.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to top the one we had in Philly last year.
Nope.
It's National Chocolate Covered Raisins Day.
Hideous. Absolutely.
I do not usually enjoy chocolate covered fruit.
No.
Not a combo. Even chocolate covered strawberries. I know people love those. Not my favorite.
I can tolerate those.
I can tolerate them. I don't like chocolate covered cherries.
No. Yeah, I'm just not a big chocolate guy. So
yeah.
No, I love chocolate,
and I just don't like it with my fruit.
I don't want it on my fruit.
I don't want it in my breakfast either, as you know.
I agree with that as well.
We talked yesterday via text message. Did you want us to do? Somebody had just put a prediction in the chat. It's what jogged my memory. Do you have your predictions ready for the San Diego Padres today?
I have some questions about the Padres that we can bandy about in prediction fashion.
You don't have.
We're going to do our divisional predictions tomorrow,
okay.
like record,
right.
And that'll include the San Diego Padres day before the regular season. It's sports radio
101
requirement that you must give your baseball predictions before the start of the season.
Well, and Paulie has ours from last year too.
I've got
to
all
show
the
you
results.
how.
Yeah,
just how dialed
we'll do
in.
that tomorrow.
Just
but
how
I was
dialed we
thinking
are.
more along the lines of some individual milestones. For instance, Fernando Tatis Jr. A lot has been made this spring about Fernando wanting to be the best version of himself, talking about, unlocking that MVP type candidate. And the Padres, of course, looking for more power than they had last season. So Fernando home runs this season. Where do you think he lands at the end of the year?
36.
All right. I was going to set the over-under on 34.5.
Okay,
So
I'll take the over.
You're going to go a slight over on that one.
Yep.
That's, we've seen him do 42, I think was his career high, but we've also seen him in the mid-20s a lot and not really unlock that power. I've seen good signs from Fernando this spring and in the WBC. Pulling the ball, staying on it, the swing looks fairly locked in terms of something that looks repeatable and potentially with some slug to it this year for Fernando.
Yeah.
Maybe it's hopeful, wishful thinking, but I also want to go over, in maybe like the high 30s somewhere. 38 home runs for Fernando Tatis Jr. this year. Paulie, what about you?
I'm taking the over.
So we're all on the Fernando train.
Over 34.5
this year. You do that right there. That's a big game changer for the San Diego Padres.
What did he hit last year?
25.
He's got 11 more in him.
That takes the Padres from the bottom closer to the, not middle of the pack yet, but then you find a few more from Gavin Sheets, potentially, or the combination of Miguel Andujar, Nick Castellanos, and Gavin Sheets. Like those three guys together. How many home runs out of first base this year do the Padres get?
Sheets, Castellanos, and
Andujar. Probably your three primary first basemen for 162 games.
50?
That would be, I think, fantastic. And I think it's also a reasonable
I would take the under.
ask.
Under 50 from three
Sheets
guys?
had, 19 or so last year?
Yep.
I think he can do that. I mean, he wasn't a full-time player last year.
45. It's probably a better number.
Like 12 from Andujar and 14 from Castellanos and 20 from Sheets.
Yeah.
I mean, that quickly gets you into the 45 to 50 range.
I think that's feasible.
That's big. I mean, all of a sudden now you do that with Fernando having a decent year. Now you're more in the middle of the pack. If the Padres were in the middle of the pack in home runs last year instead of second to last, they would have been one of the better offenses in baseball.
No question, man. No question.
And they probably would have gotten past the Cubs in the wild card round or not even had to face the Cubs in the wild card round. That's
no question.
The margins are a lot smaller than you think for good.
Yeah, it's
for a good offense.
And it's not, listen, it's not only home runs. This team is in desperate need of slug. If those guys slug a little bit more, and I think Andujar is really going to help. And I think Nick Castellanos, if he continues what he did in spring training, he's really going to help. I think Jackson Merrill bouncing back to hit a lot of doubles and some more home runs. I think he's got more in him. So
I see Jackson Merrill certainly having at least a 20 homer season.
I do too. I absolutely do. But listen, anything. I saw this tweet yesterday, and maybe I bookmarked it, maybe I didn't. It was really interesting. It talked about number of teams projected to have guys over 30 home runs, and there was only one team that had three guys projected at 30-plus home runs. Could you guess who it would be?
I would say not the Dodgers.
It's not the Dodgers.
Shohei for sure.
Yep.
After that, I don't know anyone that I guarantee would hit 30 on that team.
It's such a sleeper pick.
The A's.
The A's. Very good,
Wow.
Benjamin. Good guess.
Thank you.
Very, very good
Maybe
guess.
the Mets.
They have Nick Kurtz. They've got Soderstrom, and they have
Langoliers, or he's probably not a 30 guy.
It wasn't
Lawrence
Jacob
Butler.
Wilson. No, it was one more. It was one more guy.
Okay.
They have three guys.
I just know they
Who
have.
am I missing? I'm
they have
missing
some
somebody big.
They certainly have some candidates for power, and they play in a minor league ballpark.
That's the thing.
That's why I thought of them immediately.
But the next closest was it Rooker. Yeah, Brent Rooker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they're all projected to hit over 30 home runs each. Again, the ballpark will help them certainly. But the Padres were projected to have none. Zero over 30
Not
plus
even
home
Fernando.
runs. Not even Fernando.
Manny, who always gets
He's like
close
28,
to 30.
29.
Yeah. I mean, they could have three guys in the 25 to 30 range if they have a good season. Merrill, Manny, Fernando. But
again, there were only a few teams that had more than one or zero 30 home run hitters. How many were there in baseball last year? Because last night I'm doing the fantasy draft. I'm looking at projections for I'm looking at projections for 26. There was like 60 guys in there with 30 plus home runs. I don't see it, but
I mean, I can also see what I saw from Jake Cronenworth. Not 30, but I could see more like in the 15 to 20 range.
I think a good number for Croney is about 12 to 14 is just perfect.
We got that last year, even without having a great power season. I think there's a few more potentially in Jake's game, staying healthy and on the field. And
33 players in baseball last year hit 30 or more.
Okay. 33 hit 30.
What about Laureano? Where do you think he's going to get to with regular playing time, obviously, in left field as your starter for all season?
I don't not 30.
No.
20.
16, 17,
I think
18.
more like 17 was what I was thinking.
Okay, what did he hit last year?
Well, he was I think he had 20. I mean, between the Orioles and the Padres, I would say somewhere in the 20 to 30 range. I don't know exactly what he ended up with, but
not bad for a 9-hole hitter.
Playing at Petco Park all season long is certainly not a pathway
not conducive to
having
30
a huge home run season.
For sure. 23 last year.
23.
Right,
that sounded
Thanks,
about right.
Big Dan. We should have
24.
this research. 24.
24.
All right, 24 last year. All right, yeah. I mean, half the year spent in Baltimore, half the year spent here.
Yeah, the number will probably go down a little bit at Petco Park. But.
Yeah. Again, though, it doesn't have to necessarily go down if you are focusing on hitting it into the spot where it won't go down. Manny Machado, we talked about it with him at spring training. Like, he legit should have had 7 to 8 more home runs. Legit. He just hit it dead central. Yeah. Dead central. And at the wall, dead. If he pulls that ball into Higgy's alley, Benny, I mean, he's got 7, 8 more bombs easy. And easier said than done, certainly. But if that's a point of what's the word I'm looking for here? If that is a goal, to hit more home runs, then that has
point
to be
of emphasis.
Point of emphasis is the word. I kept thinking
of
contention, but that's not it. A point of emphasis is hitting more home runs. That's kind of where you have to go. I
don't know that you ever want to make that a point of emphasis. You want to drive the ball.
You want to drive the ball.
Home runs. You never hit home runs.
That's exactly right.
So anyway, that's our impromptu Padres power predictions for the season. But I think they're generally optimistic that they should move up. And that will greatly benefit the offense just by jumping from the bottom of the pack to more of the middle of the pack in power numbers here in 2026.
And Xander, God, I mean, you can look up and he's got 15 on you. You know what I mean? So like,
he'll get there.
He'll get to 15.
Couple of hot stretches. He won't wow you with his power, but he'll get there at some point.
I'm really excited to see what this offense can do. I really, really am. And all accounts, Steven Souza Jr. has been fantastic. The guys have raved about him. We raved about him when we met him. We'll see. We'll see how it works on the big stage. But, I'm excited to see what the offense can do. Pitching is still has me a little nervous.
All right, we need a contestant for a Take on Woods. Chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas. Had a winner yesterday. You can be the next one to win in our music, movie, or TV trivia challenge. You can call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. It is Ben and Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Why would you drive way out into the East County, down the 8 freeway, or deep into the South County and East to play cards when you can make a very short drive down the 5 to Chula Vista and play at 7 Mile Casino?
Casino.
Whoa.
CC.
Casino.
Senor. Stop by the
Donde?
casino. Yeah. Donde?
In Chula Vista.
¿Cuántos miles?
That's muy guapo.
7.
You're unbelievable. Casino.
Or 7 Mile Casino. You're going to get an elite experience when you walk in the doors.
You will. You'll get California-style blackjack. You'll get Texas Hold'em. You'll get Pai Gow poker. You'll get Baccarat as well. But you also have a bunch of friendly people in there. There's a killer patio. You can just go sit outside and look at the water, enjoy the beautiful, perfect San Diego weather. There's a lot to love about 7 Mile Casino, and you're going to have a good time when you do it.
Visit it today, 7 Mile Casino, just 7 miles from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Their pool's sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. That hotel that you went to in Palm Springs could have used GL Pools to expertly maintain their pool.
I mean, Benny, if you had seen this thing, who would have taken all of GL Pools'
I have seen
staff?
those nasty, murky-looking pools, especially in that area when it gets hot and sunny and people are wearing sunscreen and it just melts off.
I know you think it's sunscreen.
Turns into a cloudy
sweet,
stew.
You're a sweet kid. You're a sweet, sweet kid.
Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. All right, before we get back to some Padres talk, we got contestants on the line. It is time to play today's game of Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and today we got... Oh, let's go with line 3. Neil, are you there?
I'm here.
Neil, would you like to play Take on Woods?
Let's do it.
All right. If you can beat or tie Woods in our 5-question trivia matchup, you will qualify for our grand prize monthly drawing. This month, it is a trip for a 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 resort credit where you can watch all the basketball on their expansive screens at watch parties with great food and drinks and exclusive room rates at FontainebleauLasVegas.com. You get the choice of music, TV, or movie trivia. Here are the categories. In music, Cry Me a River, 5 song titles that include the word cry. TV, Back to High School, 5 television series set inside of high schools. And our new movies category, All American Films, 5 movie titles that begin with the word American. So, Neil, music, Cry Me a River, TV, Back to High School, or movies, All American Films. What would you like to play?
Let's go All American Films.
Another movies category. We are on a run. I've had to come up with a lot of these lately. All right, today's pretty simple. 5 movie titles that begin with the word American. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second movie clip. Paulie has it. He's going to play it for you. You just need to identify the movie based on the short clip. Woodsy will go second. If you beat or tie him, we'll put you into the drawing for Vegas. Neil, you ready to play?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. 60 seconds on the clock. The category is All-American Films. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Neil. Let's take on Woods.
It'll be like this one time at band camp.
American Pie.
Correct. Middle-aged executive Frank Burnham has a midlife crisis and falls for his daughter's
American Beauty.
Correct. Long before Star Wars, George Lucas directed which classic 1973 teen film based on his childhood in Modesto that sparked a renewed interest in early 60s car culture?
American Graffiti.
Correct. Edward Norton and Edward Furlong star as white...
American History X.
Correct. Blondie's Call Me highlighted the soundtrack of which 1980 film starring Richard Gere as a male escort framed for murder?
American Gigolo.
Wow, nicely done, Neil.
Crushed that one.
Nailed
Good
the movie
Lord.
category. We have some good scholars of movies out in the Tier 1 audience. You have qualified for Vegas. Hang on the line. Paulie will get your information, and all we can see is if Woods can match that. I may have to start getting some tougher movies in here. We'll see. Movies again, Woods. No category for you. You'll figure it out
five
quickly.
for five, huh?
Not going to say yes or no, but
Okay.
yes. All right, here we go.
Great. All right.
No pressure.
60 seconds on
we
the
won't
clock.
say what you need, but you need all of them.
Yeah. All right. It's a tie.
Better not have any tainted answers in here.
Okay.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Neil.
It'll be like this one time at band camp.
American Pie.
Middle-aged executive Frank Burnham has a midlife crisis, falls for his daughter's friend Angela. In which
American Beauty.
Correct. Long before Star Wars, George Lucas directed which classic 1973 teen film based on his childhood in Modesto that sparked a renewed interest in early 60s car culture?
American Graffiti.
Correct. Edward Norton and Edward Furlong stars
American History X.
Correct. Blondie's Call Me highlighted the soundtrack of which 1980 film starring Richard Gere as a male escort framed for murder?
That's they made a show about it. It's called American Gigolo.
Very nicely done, both of you, in our All-American Films category. 5-5, but Neil, a tie is good enough. A perfect score is always a win here. We'll put you into the drawing for Vegas, and also nicely done by you, Woods.
Did you ever see American Psycho?
I have not seen American Psycho. It was one I considered for the category.
Christian Bale.
I had more than 5 options in All-American Films.
I'm going to put that on your homework.
Okay.
Yep.
Did come up in the research.
You're going to have a lot of questions.
I have never seen American Gigolo with Richard Gere.
They did a new one with John Bernthal that was awesome. It was like a series, and I really enjoyed that. I don't remember American Gigolo. I did always think that word was really funny when I was a kid.
Gigolo.
Gigolo.
It is a funny word.
Yeah. Remember the song I'm Just a Gigolo by David Lee Roth?
Sounds
I
fun.
think he covered that, but being a gigolo?
No, the word sounds fun.
I mean, being a gigolo sounds awesome if you can get away with it.
If I read the plot of the movie correctly, it wasn't that fun for Richard Gere.
He got framed for a murder.
Right. Set up by one of his clients.
Husbands. If you got into the gigolo game, how long do you think you could last? Not that in that sense.
Good Lord.
How long could you last?
Don't last very long or getting into the gigolo game.
That's also true. How long could you ride it out?
Not very long.
Like one meeting?
Well, I mean, you don't really get to pick who you're with. That would be the tough part.
Yeah, they pick you and pay you, but you make money to be a gigolo. Couldn't do it, huh?
I don't think so.
Morally or
No. I mean, I'm not. You know me. I'm not judgmental.
No, you're not.
I just don't know that personally I would thrive in that atmosphere. You can do it? You think you can do it?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't think I could be a gigolo. Are you kidding? I tried to be an amateur gigolo for many years. It didn't work out. Never got paid.
Don't like renting out my body.
See?
Paulie already knows.
Yeah, they pick you. They pick you. And then you go, and maybe it's not always physical. Maybe it's just companionship.
I won't eat it, but I will smell it all day long.
Ben, holy crap, dude. Maybe it's just dinner. Would you do that? The dinner gigolo?
No.
What?
No.
Some nice lady wants some company. You wouldn't go have dinner with her? You regale her with your sports tales?
She was that nice of a lady. I don't think
she would need a
necessarily
gigolo.
need to pay pay me to be with
Maybe
her.
she doesn't want somebody to get attached. She just wants some company.
Oh, but then I would get attached. That
You
would
get
be a
attached to
problem,
her.
too. Yes.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Be like me and Pretty Woman.
Has anyone ever actually met a gigolo? If there's any gigolos or former gigolos in our audience,
We should interview one.
Could you please call us at 833-288-0973? We did this the last time for a conjugal visit.
We
We
got
actually got one. So if you've ever been a gigolo or you know a gigolo, call us. I would really like to talk to you. Please. We have a live stream tonight. We'll set you up on that.
That would probably be a more appropriate venue.
But let's get the connection made.
All right, let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We can resume our Manny Machado discussion that we never really got to earlier about his usage coming up this season and how he's got maybe some differing opinions from Craig Stammen and AJ Preller. All coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guess I'm Ben Woods here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We're not going to have a hotline guest. I do believe we're having a food drop this morning. We'll let you know about that when it gets here. First,
you guys are going to love it out there.
Hey, it's good for us if we're hungry.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to it. Not tomorrow. A week from Thursday is the 1-year anniversary of Jackson Merrill's contract extension with the San Diego Padres. They got it done, remember, first week of the season, April 2nd of last year. The Chicago Cubs did not wait that long to extend their young center fielder, getting it done before the start of the season. Pete Crow Armstrong reportedly agreeing to a contract extension that will keep him in a Cubs uniform for the long term. Which
do we have any details on it?
There were surprisingly few details as of last night. I still have not seen a total year or number attached to the extension, only that they have agreed to it. So I'd imagine those terms will be coming out soon. But my guess is they're going to want to buy out all of his arbitration years and probably a year or two of free agency, similar to what the Padres did with Jackson Merrill last year. And, you know, Pete Crow Armstrong had such a great first half last year for the Cubs. I mean,
fell off, though.
Was massively, I mean, he carried that team to the top of the standings and then had a big fall off in the second half.
After the All-Star game, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is not uncommon for a young player.
No.
It's the longest season they've ever had in their lives. And A lot of them do kind of fall off a little bit in the second half.
It's a good kid, man. He's a really, really good kid. A good Rick Sutcliffe, who we know a little bit. And Rick Sutcliffe tweeted yesterday on when he saw the extension. He says, "There's no. I've never seen a player so good with kids, other than PCA." He said he is the best I've ever seen with young kids who want to come to the ballpark, meet their hero, see their hero. Their hero will wave to them. He will throw them baseballs. He will sign their cards, their hats, whatever. And you've seen it, man. You've seen it. He has an organization that he does in Chicago that helps kids. There's been plenty of video of him outside of Wrigley Field before games, signing for kids and hanging out. It's really special. He's a really special dude. I'm happy for him.
The glove is great. You got the power speed combination. The one big question mark is the plate discipline. 29 walks, 155 strikeouts.
He was 30-30 last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 31 home runs, 35 stolen bases.
Okay. 25 homers in the first half, 27 stolen bases. Okay. That's nuts. Yeah. He struggled bad. 216, 6 home runs.
6 B-WAR. I mean, it's a phenomenal season.
It really is. 30-30 for him. Okay. What a hot start. My God, 25 at the break.
But the things he needs to improve on are things you can improve on.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't need to find any more talent. He needs to just keep putting in the work. The more pitching he sees, the better his plate discipline will likely be. Going to be a superstar, I think, in this league.
Yeah, K-Lot last year, they want him to cut down on that. But, I think it's a great move for them, and that's a guy. They've seen some of their stars go away. He's fantastic. Plus, he hates the Dodgers, so we love him.
Meanwhile, we'll talk a little Manny Machado and his usage for the San Diego Padres coming up after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Speaking of car maintenance, a couple of stalled vehicles here. North 805, Bonita Road off-ramp. There's a stalled car in the left lane of that ramp. Stalled box truck southbound 15 at Scripps Poway Parkway. It's between the two left lanes. And got this collision on South 5 Coastline past Manchester. They managed to move everything over to the right shoulder. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
No, we've heard this before, last couple of years, that the Padres would like to get Manny Machado off his feet a little bit more during the season. More DH days, more days off entirely, so he doesn't once again play 159 games like
you guys
he did
are the
last
voice
season.
of San Diego.
Thank you.
Manny, of course, always pushes back on that. It's a very big point of pride for Manny Machado.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
And, hey, we post too. We're here more than 159 days out of every season. So we respect the heck out of Manny Machado for being in the lineup. And there is value to that. I think we all realize that, 144 games of a healthier Manny Machado will probably go further for the San Diego Padres, but you kind of forget what just having a guy out there every single day allows a team to do. It allows to get other guys off their feet. It allows, other guys to be DHs on days because Manny's always out there. And even if Manny doesn't produce, having him out there consistently does have a benefit for your team.
Yeah, man. We've had this discussion ad nauseum over the years. I respect the guy that wants to be in the lineup every day. I respect the guy that breaks his back to be in the lineup every day. I've heard about other players that don't have that. Not here, but I've heard, fantasy camp, man, we heard some stories about guys that make a lot of money, and they have no desire to be on a baseball field. None. You got to beg this guy to play. And that's not going to be Manny Machado. And if his ankle's hanging and dangling, he's going to get 6 hours of treatment to make sure he's back on the field. All that is the stuff of lore and legend. But this was an interesting piece that AC wrote. And now it's going to be a thing. It has been a thing. It's going to be a thing until Manny is done playing baseball. Now, he's still got many, many years to go, right? He's got, 8 years left on his deal. He is 33 years old. His own manager said, quote, he's no spring chicken anymore. We want the best for him. He wants the best for himself, wants the best for the team. We can make good decisions that way with that in mind. He'll turn 34 midway through the season, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. He has started the sixth most games since 2015. Marcus Semien, Freddie Freeman, Francisco Lindor, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, and Manny Machado. It is very limited company.
Manny, of course, counters and says, I feel like I'm 23.
Right.
And I put a lot of work into my body to feel this way, and wants to be out there on the field more often than perhaps the Padres would prefer.
Yeah, it's just going to get to a point. And I totally meant to ask him this at spring training, and I didn't chicken out because I know what his answer is going to be. But, Manny, somebody said yesterday, Manny, I saw a guy tweet, Manny takes a vacation every September. We're worried about rest. And I looked up his September numbers. He's really finishes the year really strong. Then October comes, and October's been a bit of a scuffle for Manny. And it's tough because he does have a good month of September. The playoffs come, and Manny has not performed.
But October's such a small
sample size, and it's so different. But, a better rested Machado going into a playoff series, other than, the guy's played 150 games at third base that year. Why not? Why not? Let's see what happens.
Well, I think the problem most years is that the drop-off is so significant
man.
from Manny to whoever else
is out there.
To be out there.
It will be this year.
Probably. I mean, if, Seungmun Song can go out there and play competent third base defense and hit a little bit, you might feel better about giving Manny some days off. But if you're putting someone in there who's going to be hitting like 145
with bad defense,
then you go, I guess we do need to play Manny every day. And part of this piece was, Mike Schilt last year wanting to get Manny off of his feet, but ultimately deciding he couldn't, as the Padres hit some scuffles in the middle of the season. The last thing you want to do when you've lost 4 games in a row is then give your superstar a day off. That's the hardest thing to do, because then you start getting the questions from the fans and the media. Like, what are you doing here? Like, this team is in a tailspin, and now you're taking Manny Machado out of the lineup and just punting on a 5th straight game. You can't do that. I understand the pressure that you probably feel to play Manny, but it's also hard when the team's rolling. We've won 7 in a row. Let's take Manny out of the game. When things are going really well, you don't want to do that either. So there's never really a great time to do it. You just have to do it. You just have to give him days off here or there. I would say, like every other off day the Padres have over the course of the season, there's usually about 18 off days or so over the course of a long baseball season. Every other one, Manny should have one of the days off surrounding it to give 2 days off in a row.
Ability to pinch hit, something like that.
Yeah, he would still end up playing 150 games or so, but you'd have like 9 2-day breaks over the course of the season if you continually and consistently gave him a day off around every single off day. I mean, that's a win-win. That's a good plan for the San Diego Padres, something like that this season.
Yeah, he said at the WBC, he ran into a Hall of Famer. He would not say who it was. I do believe him when he said he ran into a Hall of Famer that said this to him. I don't know why he wouldn't say who it was. Yeah. And he said the guy told him, keep doing what you're doing. I respect what you do, and not the fact of what numbers you put up, but the fact that you post up every single day. Not a lot of people talk about that, and I respect that.
Could have been his manager.
You stay on that same track, you'll be up there with me one day. So that's all that matters to me. Whenever I see guys like that, and they come up to me or other peers who respect the way I go out there and I do it, that's what matters to me. It's very important to him. But he did.
I think Manny needs to understand. If you're listening, Manny, we all respect you, and we will still respect you, and maybe even a little bit more if you take a couple of days off here or there.
It's an interesting lesson, Ben, because I had this conversation with my 8-year-old the other night who got upset when he got out. You know what I told him? And my wife told him too. Hey, we all know you care. We know you care. Mm-hmm. We know that you try, and we know that you care. Mm-hmm. You don't have to melt down to prove it. And in Manny's case, you don't have to be out there for 159 to get our respect or people's respect. You don't. We get it. We know that that's important to you. He did say, regarding his playing time and role, quote, that's up to the manager. It's not up to me. He and Craig are tight. Craig and he are so tight that Craig can say, look at him. He's no spring chicken. Right. And Manny not be pissed about it. Right?
Jace Tingler says that.
Yeah, different
in spring training.
Different story.
Maybe a little bit different.
Craig also said he's good at portraying the tough man. That's who he is. It's just a badge of honor. We also have to get the best out of him for a full season, not just in April and May.
I can't speak for the rest of the media, but I can promise to Manny, you take a few days off, you're not going to hear a word one.
Nor should you.
All right, we'll come back. We've got the Ryler Report, some headlines that we haven't gotten yet. Final hour of Bennett Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods on a Tuesday morning, just 2 days away from opening day. Padres are off today, and they will have their workout tomorrow. They still don't have a time for that, but I'm planning to go out and cover it, depending on exactly when they have it scheduled. But, we already know the opening day starter, maybe a roster decision or two, last member of the bullpen or so will be announced by Craig Stammen probably, and then off we go on Thursday morning.
Off and running, my friend, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
If you are going to be at opening day, I know a lot of people turned it into a party, tailgate, festivities. Might I recommend bringing some epic wings to your tailgate? They just dropped some food off this morning. I just had a couple of lemon pepper wings and one of their breadsticks. I did not know. Family-owned company, San Diego Originals, like 40 years in town. Really, they just do wings and a couple other things and try to do them right. And those were perfect wings that I just had. Absolutely perfect wings.
Now, I got in on – I ordered buffalo.
Yes, they asked us a couple days ago.
Ordered buffalo, but I was not in the mood for buffalo. I wanted the lemon pepper.
That's what I picked.
And they were spectacular.
Nice.
Spectacular.
I thought ahead. I thought, you know what I'm going to want in the morning? Lemon pepper feels more like a breakfast wing.
I'm going to follow that up with a citrus zin right now. What a combo. The lemon pepper wing and a citrus zin. Oh, but elite.
Would be perfect for a little baseball watching.
Oh, yeah.
On Thursday or pre-gaming or what have you. So thank you to Epic Wings for dropping by. You got tons of locations in Southern California.
Yeah, buddy.
And then a couple of franchising out in like Texas and Arizona, but most of them right here in San Diego. This was the original spot. Frenchie says, get the breadsticks, cut them in half, add one of their chicken strips in there and eat it like a sandwich.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, they were just telling us they were thinking about doing the sandwich. You can make your own. The breadsticks are delicious.
That was outstanding. Hope you guys enjoyed hearing us eat and swallow and chew on there.
Really outstanding.
So good,
they're good. Yeah. I mean, they're classic, just delicious, fresh wings and food.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some headlines. If Paulie can stop eating for just a second
and can swallow,
get to our rival report. Luckily, it's a long open.
Started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right. 2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
All right. Happy Tuesday, gentlemen. Get started in Major League Baseball. Frank Thomas and the White Sox. This is like the second time in a couple of months that we've talked about their tumultuous relationship.
Yeah. They are not.
What was they didn't include him in like their most historical players or something a couple of months ago, right?
And it was
everyone's like, hey, how did you forget Frank Thomas?
They have had such beef since the Kenny Williams days. And Kenny, I mean, you go pull it up and go look at Kenny Williams talks about Frank Thomas. The day he traded him, he literally says that guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. They hated each other with violent passion, and it has never been made right. You know, one thing too, we hear this all the time. We've heard it from multiple guys that when Peter took over, he made it a point of emphasis to go and get guys like Tim Flannery, Jake Peavy, make sure that those guys felt welcomed back into the fold. As long as Jerry Reinsdorf owns the White Sox, Frank Thomas is going to be on the outs. But if you ever bought the White Sox, that would be and should be your very first order of business. Frank, let's go have lunch. What do you need? What do you need? I want you back. I need you front facing. I need you
jersey,
whatever you need.
Come on by. We're Frank Thomas Day or whatever.
This would essentially be like if Tony Gwynn hated the Padres and the Padres hated Tony Gwynn.
That's exactly
after his career.
right.
Yeah, that's how big.
That's how big Frank Thomas is.
Frank Thomas is in White Sox lore.
You're absolutely right. And for whatever reason,
Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
And I'm not saying I don't know the story. I don't know. Frank Thomas probably not blameless in all of this.
Sure.
Sounds like a clash of egos that just went south. But You're telling me, for the good of your franchise, for the good of your fans, that you can't find a way on both sides to come together?
That guy?
And that guy can't find a way to come. I mean, I don't know who's not coming to the table at some point in terms of like making up and putting the past in the past. But they both need to do this.
They are not fans of each other.
Well, the latest news is Frank Thomas has sued the White Sox in Illinois court for $50,000 is at least what he's seeking, plus attorney's fees and damages and all that. He is suing and saying that the White Sox were unjustly enriched through the sale of their City Connect 2.0 jerseys that had his name and number.
Wow.
They went on sale last April, and they've been on sale. And it says here, without his agreement or consent, Nike, Fanatics Apparel, and the White Sox profited by selling items using Frank Thomas's identity for their own commercial purposes. That's something that I would think a former player in good standing with their former team probably doesn't worry about their likeness being sold.
I thought players all kind of collectively got, even the retired ones were part of like a union agreement where they just got a check, for rights fees and everything. I don't know if he opted out or how that exactly works, but it's just a sign of how contentious things are.
Yeah, Angelo says this is it. They did not include Frank in their Black History Month graphic.
That's what it was.
They used Bo Jackson for the 90s era instead, who played like 100 games for them and omitted him.
It was definitely intentional, 100%. So we'll wait and see what's next in the saga between Frank Thomas and the White Sox, but it's pretty ugly look all around.
Yeah, it is.
Elsewhere, we will go. I just thought this was fascinating. No idea why, except it has to do with Ken Griffey Jr., my favorite baseball player of all time. Now, he has really fallen in love with photography.
Yeah.
Like
really
professional sports photography.
He and Randy Johnson.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. You'll see both of them on the sidelines at, like Griffey would go to like University of Arizona football games. He's shot the Masters. In fact, he shot the Masters last year as a credentialed photographer within the camera wells and everything with all the other guys. And so the Masters and NBC are putting out a little special called The Kid Behind the Lens. And it's going to be about his story as a up-and-coming photographer. This is a guy that was like the pinnacle of baseball, like his craft, Hall of Famer. And yet he took on something new and he goes, I'm not half-assing anything in my life. Like, I want to learn about these really expensive cameras. He got like the best shots of Roy McIlroy winning last year at Augusta. So it's going to be kind of chronicling all that as we get ready for the Masters here in just a couple of weeks.
I love the second act, man.
I do too.
I love the second act.
I would love to see one of those legendary Sports Illustrated photographers then late in life become the center fielder for the Seattle Mariners.
That would be
awesome.
Now, that would be incredible. Just like, hey, man, if you really put your heart and soul and mind in, isn't that crazy? They're like, he's like, I can literally do what you do after a couple of years. You can't do what I did. It's just not going to happen.
It doesn't work that way. So the Masters starts on April 6th. The special with Ken Griffey Jr. on NBC is going to run on Sunday, April 5th.
Nice. Check that out.
Yeah, 100%. And then we'll wrap it up. It was a very lean day yesterday as far as all the goofy stuff goes, but I do have this one.
I did give you another headline earlier if you wanted it.
Which one was that?
Not that one.
Oh, not that one?
Do that one.
You mean the one that is even the quadriplegic, the one that outdid the quadriplegic headline?
Yeah.
I don't know the story behind that one.
Well, I have the headline if you want it. Do yours first, and then we'll see.
Well, this was just a debate. There was a survey going around on the internet that had people wondering what would your ultimate fast food meal look like if you just went to different locations. The consensus was like, you would never do this, but if you could pick one item from like 5 different spots to make your ultimate meal,
big old smorgasbord.
The unanimous decision was burger from Burger King.
Wow.
A chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, followed by nuggets from McDonald's and French fries from McDonald's.
I could get way into that. Way into it. And a Coke from Mickey D's because they have the best Coke.
In-N-Out double.
Yeah, Burger King number 1 I thought was interesting.
I could get into it.
Cane's chicken strips with their dipping sauce.
Yo,
McDonald's fries.
Don't even bring up Raising Cane's.
Why?
Because remember?
Oh, you were sick. You didn't eat it though. You just had to smell it.
Smell. I never
It's
forgot.
delicious.
I've had.
I don't have it very often
I think
because
the first place I'd go is Epic Wings.
Epic Wings for some wings.
I don't know. They're too good to be fast food. Those are real, legit wings. No microwaves.
That's where I would go.
No
Epic
heat
Wings?
lamps, no microwaves. They're not a fast food restaurant.
That's
They're
true.
a wing restaurant.
Nuggets, I would go Wendy's.
Pretty solid.
Wendy's Nuggets.
Here's the headline I was talking about.
Yes, onto this.
We saw the headline of the quadriplegic cornhole player that shot someone.
Right.
That's kind of unbelievable. Then I saw this one. Oh, it's old.
Yeah, you don't.
I'll
vet
read it
things
anyway.
very well.
I don't mean I don't vet things very
You
well.
just don't. You see
This happens
something
pretty
you get
often.
dazzled.
I'd say
by
like once every 2 weeks.
a headline, and then you realize, oh, this happened 9 years ago.
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
Is fake.
I'm sorry that this headline dazzled me. Vaginal weightlifter sex coach charged with assaulting census taker who knocked at door. Yes, I'll read it again. Vaginal weightlifter sex coach charged with assaulting census taker who knocked at her door.
Where?
In England.
Weightlifter?
Vaginal weightlifter. She runs intimacy retreats. It was Australia, sorry. She attacked an employee
Yeah, he
of
vets
the
everything very well,
Australian
guys.
Bureau of Statistics. She was not happy about it, so she assaulted her. And there's pictures of her.
This happened in 2013.
You know how guys will post pictures of them? No, January 2022. No, there's pictures of guys do like, hey, I'm doing dumbbell rows, and they'll show a picture or video of them. There's a picture of her dangling a pumpkin.
Is this an NSFW picture?
I mean, she's fully clothed, but there's
she
a
is.
pumpkin dangling, and then there's she shares pictures of her feet.
What's
not
she
her
holding
feet.
onto it with?
No, I just told you.
I know, but
I just told you.
You need a
Do
diagram
you need me to
or
draw
something?
you a picture?
Like,
So I don't care how old this story is. This story smokes that story, even if it's 4 years old.
well, I need details now.
I mean, here's the picture. There's a pumpkin. There's her with a vase and some flowers in it hanging.
Is
Are you supposed to be looking at that on a computer at work?
It's a news story. There's a hashtag that's called hashtag things I left with my vagina. Yep. Yeah.
There were 2 sets of footprints.
It's because she was carrying me in between.
Wow, that really is a thing.
I told you. Told you. She did not want to give her her information to the census taker.
I mean, once they see you exist. Census takers pretty much gotten the information.
They got you.
You're there.
Check.
There's one.
Check.
One tally mark. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, here's one with her with a surfboard. Look, Ma, no hands.
A surfboard
in between. Yeah, strong. To quite strong.
Fine, look.
Yeah. Okay, come here. See that? Then there's it's a vase with some flowers, and then hold on. Decent sized pumpkin. Just
is it like a
Impressed?
string or something though? Like, how does she get a grip? I don't understand. Just don't understand. All right. Move on. Don't forget, baseball is back. Opening night is live on Netflix tomorrow, March 25th. Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees clash with Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. MLB opening night. Yankees Giants live on Netflix tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific.
my gut is telling me it's going to be a very annoying broadcast based on some of the things I've seen that are people are going to be involved. Or Kreischer will have a shirt off. There's a couple of wrestling.
Is he doing
twins.
in-game or like studio?
I think just studio, but I just feel like it's going to be.
I saw the Usos from WWE.
Yeah,
will obviously be there.
It's just going to be a lot. I think it's just going to be a lot for the first game.
Well, when you're only doing 2 broadcasts all year and you've hired like a crew to do them, you're going to get your money's worth.
Well, and you have like these guys, all these guys are Netflix employees, essentially, like Bert Kreischer and the Uso twins. But I think it's going to be a rough watch, is my guess. It could be awesome, but my guess is it's going to be a rough watch.
So quick reminder, other than the Netflix game to start the season and the Field of Dreams games, here's where you're going to find your national broadcast this year. Sunday Night Baseball moves to NBC and Peacock. Some games will be on NBC. Others will be streaming only, depending on the time of year. 27 primetime games, 34 afternoon games, Sundays, NBC Peacock. ESPN is cutting back, but they're not gone. They're still going to have 30 regular season games. Some of those will be aired on ABC as well on Sundays.
What days? Okay, Sundays.
Beginning on April 15th, which is
Doesn't ESPN usually have like a lot of like Tuesday or Wednesday games?
I do believe it. Yeah, I do believe they're going to have a lot of Wednesday night games on ESPN, a couple of Sunday games on ABC as well. Fox and FS1 will have over 85 regular season games, including 23 Baseball Night in America Saturday prime time matchups. So your Saturday games, generally national ones, will be on Fox like they have been in recent years. And then Apple TV will once again be the home to Friday night baseball.
Okay.
Apple TV typically hosts doubleheaders on Fridays, exclusive to the streamer with no local blackouts. And then you can occasionally get games on MLB Network, usually like the simulcast of the local broadcast that they'll show earlier in the day when you pop your head on. And TBS will have Tuesday games throughout the regular season, beginning March 31st with Yankees Mariners. And they will once again host the ALDS and ALCS playoff rounds on TBS.
All right. The question I ask every year, I'm going to ask it again. I like to get the MLB TV package. I have been told that we have one here through work, so that's great. Save me $100 or something. So I'll have that. I've got my Cox at home.
They tightened up the belt on like sharing of accounts recently, but
maybe Adam will need to buy 5 or 6 MLB TV packages.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure he'd be happy to. So if I buy the MLB package and I have Cox at home, do I still need to buy Padres.tv?
No.
If you want to watch Padres away
cable
from your home, though, because you've often said your Cox doesn't travel.
My Cox does not travel.
My Spectrum does. I can watch Padres on my phone anywhere in San Diego. I have no problem. But you say you can't watch your Padres on Cox. You won't be able to get them on MLB TV either.
So I'll need to get, when I go to Hawaii, for example, I need to get Padres.tv.
Yes.
When you're in Hawaii, your MLB TV will work to watch.
Oh, yeah, you'll be out of market.
I'll be out
Once
of
you're
market.
out of market, yes. You just need to get out of San Diego.
But if I go to Jersey Mike's and get a sandwich,
if it doesn't work on Cox, you won't be able to watch it on MLB TV. You'd need Padres.tv to watch it in San Diego.
Crazy.
Okay. Or you can just go to a Jersey Mike's far enough away, like Utah.
Utah.
You can watch the game there.
Yeah, again, I don't have T-Mobile, as you guys know. I'm not J-Lo. All right? I'm not a preteen. Okay, I have Verizon, like a grown-up has.
Oh, boy.
And
I think you need to talk to you have your special Woods dedicated Cox representative.
I do.
See if they can figure out how you can watch your Padres on Cox outside of your home.
Yeah.
It may have to do with like where your signal is pinging from, possibly, but I don't know why you can't watch Padres games on your Cox outside your home.
I think I just end up paying for 17 subscriptions to make sure that
always,
my bases are covered. But the year of the more fiscally conservative Woods. So I don't know.
There is some talk that Hawaii is also blacked out because it's a Padres local market. Yeah, it's a Padres local market.
That's
possibly,
true.
So.
A lot of Padres fans over there.
Yeah.
You
might
see them all the
watch it
time
on your Cox over there.
Maybe. I doubt it.
All right. We have some final stats in from spring training on the ABS challenge system and how teams are planning on using it. We can get to that and more coming up next with Benna Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I can't wait to get to all those stats, Benny. But first, there's some stats for you to the beautiful and dedicated tier ones if you're in the market for a new car or truck. How about this? It's truck month at Sedano Ford and Lincoln. They're going bigger, better than ever before. They are celebrating the hardest working trucks on the road for the hardest working radio audience in San Diego. They put together incredible limited time deals on all of your favorite Ford trucks, offering the power of 3 with 0% financing, 0 due at signing, and 0 payments for a full 90 days, 0% APR, 0 due at signing, Absolutely no payments for 90 days. My mother-in-law has now bought 2 trucks from my beloved Sedano Ford, man, and couldn't be happier with the way that it all went down. Now, also March, perfect time. Drive the future in the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E Select, just $399 a month. Sedano Ford and Lincoln also making premium luxury more affordable than ever. Lease a beautiful new Lincoln Corsair plug-in hybrid for just $417 a month. All these exclusive deals available right here at your local veteran-owned Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. Beautiful dealership. Stop by. Let them know Woodsy sent you. All details can be found at SedanoFord.com. Once again, SedanoFord.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It is Ben and Woods on a Tuesday. Of course, with the start of the new baseball season on Thursday, it will, well, technically tomorrow, it will also be the first ever regular season games with ABS challenges.
Oh, boy.
And the data that has come in during spring training shows that those moments will truly be coin flips when a batter, a catcher, or a pitcher challenges the ball or strike call during spring training, at least. Out of 1,844 challenges, 53% were successful, 47% were unsuccessful. So, guys have challenged and have been wrong a lot. My guess is teams are going to want to lower that incorrect percentage quite a bit.
Big time.
In the regular season.
Did you see the other day when I think it was Mickey Moniak, and it's something for all of us to keep in mind, comes up to the plate, and it is a questionable call, very questionable call, and he flipped his bat up and then tapped his helmet, and the umpire goes, no, too late.
And thought, he flipped the bat, and he's like, wait, maybe I should just challenge it just to see. And
and then he said, no, too late. You cannot make a move.
It's got to be the first thing
you do. When you take your hand off the bat, you can't check your cup. You can't mess with your sunglasses. You have to pop
of
your
course,
head.
Because, having lived through the Astros trash can banging, sign stealing scandal.
You can't give them.
It's not hard to imagine, even though there won't be any, live feeds of the strike zone box in the stadium for players to look at and quickly decide on. What's to say that they can't set up their own camera with their own ABS box somewhere in a clubhouse, on a live feed that's delivered right away. And then you have someone with a button that's either strike or ball. And somewhere, out in the outfield, you see a light somewhere.
Yeah.
And then someone quickly then taps something, or the batter sees the light is green, means challenge, and they do it. You
are devious, man.
You don't think that, people will think of that, and the only way to really combat that is you have to make the call instantaneously.
ASAP. Catcher, pitcher, or batter.
Those are the only three. Now, the ones challenged by the catchers were the most successful. Well, catchers/pitchers, 60% of the defensive challenges, they call them. So catcher, pitcher, only 45% of the batter-initiated challenges work. So batters have less of an eye for the strike zone than probably catchers do. Interestingly enough, and Jesse Rogers wrote this piece for ESPN.com, asked some anonymous survey questions. Teams, will you let pitchers challenge? They had 19 responses from teams. Yes, 5. Yes, but strongly suggest you don't, 4.
Wow.
No, 10.
Okay.
The Padres and Craig Stammen, based on what he said during spring training, seem like they're leaning toward the no on pitchers challenging. What's your general strategy, knowing you have 2 challenges per game? When to challenge? One of the most talked about, topics of spring training. They all kind of say they want to hold challenges until later in the game, but they also want to trust their players' judgments as much as they can.
We say that
because if you're right, you don't lose anything.
Well,
it's like
exactly. And let's say it's the 4th inning. Right? It's the 4th inning, and Tarek Skubal is on the ropes, and he got the bases loaded, and he throws a pitch. Looks like ball 4, and Fernando Tatis Jr. wants to challenge that pitch, and does, and it's ball 4, and he walks in a run, and the next guy hits a friggin' grand slam. It's going to be hard to be discerning, man, and you can't know how many times have we watched a baseball game and the pivotal moment of the game happens in the 1st inning?
Well,
you know what I mean?
And that's one of the things that he wrote about, is that all teams have basically said something about, we want to use them in high leverage situations. The question is, what is a high leverage situation?
Right,
and do your players understand what it is?
It's high leverage to them.
For some players, if you're up at the plate and I'm about to strike out, it may be the 2nd inning, but for me, that feels pretty high leverage. I want to get on base rather than strike out. And a manager may have a very different idea. No, you go sit down. That may have been a ball, but we're not challenging that play early in the game, so you can be a runner at first base with 2 outs and no one else on.
Yeah.
Now, if the bases are loaded, it's a full count pitch, and it's close. That may be even in the 3rd or 4th inning, the time to tap your head on but you've got to get everybody on the same page about these sort of things.
100%. And you can't just look at the guys and go, all right, your own free will. You know what I mean? You can't. You
but
just
you
can't
also
do it.
don't want to send a guy up there with a bunch of instructions like, okay, you may challenge in this at bat, but only if it's a full count, blah, blah, blah.
That's all they're thinking
You want
about.
him to think about hitting when he goes up there against what is probably a very nasty pitcher, and he has to make an instinctual call on that. I do think maybe there's certain games where you'll say, just don't challenge early in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll let
you
it
know,
play
we'll let
out.
you know when challenges are now open for business.
Yeah.
You know, after the 6th inning or something, we may open them up, but for like early in the game, we're just on a no, unless you're always going to have that. Unless, I mean, like if a ball bounces and an umpire like sneezed and that calls
Which
it a strike,
it has happened.
It has happened. You know, there's got to be exceptions to the no challenging rule as well. So
how many times is Craig Stammen going to have to just wear it for a player who challenged when they shouldn't have?
Correct.
And then he's going to be Stammen will be asked about it after the game.
Not just him, every manager.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
right.
Every single manager is just going, yeah, we talked to him about it.
It's like the third inning. He's like,
Cool.
talking about that one in a couple hours.
Cool. Out of challenges in the third. Fantastic work, fellas. Yeah, man. And then let's say your team's out of challenges in the 4th inning. Dude, expand the zone. You know what I mean? Like if you're a pitcher, you're like, oh, okay, I can actually go and manipulate this a little bit, knowing they don't have a challenge. It's fascinating to me. I can't wait to see how it plays out. I really
some
can't.
said 2 strikes only when you are challenging.
Yeah.
One executive email.
You don't want to do a 1-0.
No 0-0 count.
No
challenges.
0-0 counts. Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it's funny because the difference between the success rate for batters in an 0-1 count and a 1-0 count, pretty huge.
It's huge.
Like 0-1, they hit like 170.
Yeah.
1-0, they hit like 320.
Yeah.
But it's still not worth it early in the game in a situation like that.
Yep.
You're not going to challenge
Can't
those
wait,
kind
man.
of games.
I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be so much fun, and it'll give us plenty to talk about. That's for sure.
For sure. Who's going to be the first to challenge? I mean, it'll certainly happen tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't imagine. I don't think there were any spring training games in which no one challenged anything. I think they all got used.
It's either going to be Austin Wells or it's going to be who's their catcher
for the Giants?
Yeah, it's the Bailey, who's
Patrick
I think
Bailey,
pretty good at it. So
yeah, he's got a real good strike zone back there. I've heard.
Yep.
So yeah, he'd probably be the first.
He'd be probably the first. Yep.
All right, we will take our final timeout, come back, wrap things up, maybe spin the topic wheel. It's been a fun Tuesday, a lighthearted Tuesday, as it were, with Ben and Woods going until 10 o'clock here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Final segment of Ben and Woods. I mean, we talk a lot about the Padres bullpen and how good it potentially could be this year, and it can be. But there are a lot of really good relief pitchers around baseball.
Yeah.
Padres aren't the only ones, which is why the stat that I read yesterday surprised me. Do you know which, in all of baseball, which relief pitcher has the lowest ERA since the 2024 trade deadline? The answer is Jason Adams.
I was going to guess Jason Adams.
Wow,
Jason
I just almost
Adams
said Jason
of
Adams.
all the nasty arms. And Jason Adams is nasty, but he doesn't throw as hard as, some of those guys that you really see in the late innings. No one's been better. Lower ERA since 2024 when he joined the San Diego Padres at the trade deadline from the Rays than Jason Adams.
You see this
Marlins.
BetMGM just put out this morning, ranking every MLB bullpen, and they have the Brewers out of the Padres
Really?
at number one, Padres number two. Number two.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Who's in the
Padres-
Brewers bullpen?
Number 2.
Really?
Great question. Brewers bullpen. Here we go. Trevor McGill. That's good.
Sure.
Abner Uribe, Jared Koenig, Angel Zerpa, Angel Zerpa, Aaron Ashby, Grant Anderson, D.L. Hull, Easton McGee, Rob Zestrini, Craig Yoho, and Sammy Peralta. That's Sammy Peralta sent out of the
Good
minors.
bullpen, for sure. Really good bullpen.
I mean, honestly, gun to your head, how many of those guys have you heard of before? Like 3 of them?
Well,
You've heard
I
of
remember
McGill?
seeing them in the playoffs against the Dodgers and the Cubs last year, coming in a lot of big situations, and sounds like they got a lot of those guys back, like Sestrizny and Yoho, and I mean, they were solid, but
the first time you ever saw Yoho was when we were at spring training and you said he should play for the Pirates and then got a big chortle after it. Admit it.
Right.
That's
Yo-ho.
Yeah, I get the joke.
Yo-ho.
But now you're on here extolling the
Pirates say
virtues.
yo-ho,
Yeah,
yo-ho.
and a bottle of rum. He's extolling the virtues of Craig Yoho simply on one spring training appearance, I think.
I mean, they got a lot of guys. They got some guys back.
I have no doubt that the Brewers will have a good bullpen.
Me too.
Because they
And,
always do. But
have
I
no
would
doubt
tell
the
you right.
Padres will have a
If you
good
asked,
bullpen.
if you told Pat Murphy, all right, let's switch it up. You take ours, we'll take yours. He'd go, done. Done in a heartbeat.
Yes,
sorry, Abner Uribe. I'm so
I get
sorry,
Mason Miller
Angel.
and Adrian Morihone and Jason Adam and
Done.
Jeremiah Estrada and David Morgan.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. He would do it in an instant, as would Dave Roberts, as would everybody else, in my opinion, on paper right now. So, it should be a strength. Now, again, anytime we talk about how great something is, it usually doesn't work out. So I think the Padres bullpen is going to be terrible this year. Horrible.
Awful.
Just a nightmare. A nightmare of a bullpen, which is very possible.
You know,
it's very possible.
Bullpens are
They're
so notoriously
volatile.
fickle and volatile
Yes.
from year to year. It is hard to see a scenario in which
100%.
the Padres are terrible in the pen.
I mean,
if they were, that just kind of blew my mind though that the Brewers are ranked higher than the Padres bullpen wise. And I started thinking about all the projections, fan graphs. Everybody says it's like 78, 79 win team. And we're not all predicting 98 wins and taking nothing like that. But
81 and 81, homie.
I go, what am I missing? Like, why is everybody else down on the Padres so much? What are we missing? Are we going to look stupid in a few months?
If we do, it won't be the first time.
Sure.
And it's not going to bother me. I'm, again, you can only judge a team based on paper, and you can judge a team at the beginning of the year based on track record. And I look around and I go, all right, yeah, hell yeah, I'm excited. Hell yeah, I'm excited. And I love what Morihone did last year. I love what Mason Miller does every time he grabs the ball. I loved what David Morgan brought to the table. I love Jeremiah Estrada dropping 25 pounds and Bradley Rodriguez, right? Like all of these bulls down there. I'm into it. I'm into having Ramon Laureano as my starting left fielder, potentially even hitting in the 9 spot this year is crazy to me. I'm into Gavin Sheets having a great spring training and fitting in and locking in. I'm into Manny Machado being Manny, Toddy, renewed sense of whatever, Jackson Merrill healthy. I'm into all of that.
We'll make our predictions tomorrow. I'm probably in the, 85, 86 win range for this Padres team. And that's a drop off from 90 last year and 90 the year before that. And I'm going, I thought 85, 86 wins would be a little bit bold. Like, they're dropping off a little bit, but everyone's picking them like 12 games
79
worse than last year.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I missing here?
I don't understand it. I've seen that all off season and I don't get it.
Well, I guess it will be revealed to us soon enough, one way or the other.
That's why they play the games.
D1115 says Fangraphs bullpen power rankings have us number 1, Milwaukee at 6. So that seems a little bit more. That was BetMGM.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions for sure. The way that I see the Padres season unraveling is Nick Pivetta has a bad year, Michael King doesn't ever get back on track.
Sure.
Joe Musgrove, we don't even
never
see
comes
him
back,
for
right.
a couple months or whatever. And they're just behind so often early in games, 5-2, 6-3, that the bullpen is neutralized because they don't have enough leads to protect the offense, which can go either way this year. Does not get on track and does not find the power that we think that it can unlock this season. That's how the Padres season goes bad. I don't think the Padres season goes bad that they have a bunch of 4-2 leads in the 7th inning that they can't hold on to. That is not the way that I see the Padres season unraveling this year.
Then again, it totally could.
But it's baseball.
Then again, it totally could. And that's what makes it so special and the great unknown.
I'm still scarred from 2023.
Oh,
literally anything can happen.
We all are.
All right, let's check traffic, and we will wrap things up on a Tuesday with Ben and Woods here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Wrapping up with a few problems in the North County, guys. Southbound at 15. An accident right before Via Rancho Parkway. Everything's been moved over the right shoulder. Then another crash up ahead before Rancho Bernardo Road. Now, this one involves several vehicles, and it appears to be blocking the fast lane. Also going to find on South 5 near Tamarack, just past it, a collision, not showing if lanes are blocked. Then reports of the roadway being flooded. Encinitas Boulevard on-ramp to southbound 5, perhaps a broken sprinkler or something similar to that. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
ESPN just came out with their early season or before the season rankings, and they have the Padres, well, second in the NL West, but 16th overall in baseball. That would not be good enough to make a playoff spot in the National League.
No.
They would be the 7th team, I believe, in the National League based on who's ahead of them.
Okay, got their work cut out for them then. Up for the challenge.
That's a middle of the pack team.
Yep.
I just feel like the Padres are better than a middle of the pack team.
I do too.
But then they have the Giants, the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies behind the Padres in these rankings. They don't think a lot of the NL West, apparently, this year.
Well, unfortunately, when the Dodgers are ahead of you, you can look at the whole National League rankings, and the Padres could be just a couple of games out of first place, but they'll be in 6th wild card position.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like in playoff position.
Yeah, for sure.
And it feels a little bit worse.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get hurt again. Right?
Yeah. Dodgers are #1, as you would expect. Surprise, #2. See if you can guess who's the #2 team. Biggest threat to LA's throne.
Did something goofy like put the Mets in there.
Mariners.
Oh,
I
thought you meant National.
No, just in all of baseball.
I was going to say Toronto, but
you got Toronto at 4. Yankees are sitting there at 3. A lot of AL East love as always. Phillies are the second best NL team at #5.
Red Sox
right
getting
ahead of
any
the
love?
Mets. Then the Cubs. Red Sox are down to 9.
I think they're going to be nasty.
Not bad. 9.
Don't forget they added Ranger Suarez. Roman Anthony's coming into his own. He's their Marcelo is going to be the starting second baseman. Going to be a fun team to watch.
We will have our MLB divisional predictions, rankings from 1 to 5 in all 6 divisions tomorrow. And we will also go through how we did last year, just so you can see how little credibility we have in this endeavor of picking where teams are going to finish, including where we think the Padres will end up finishing and their total record, wins and losses for the 2026 season.
Yeah, we're writing it down, right? And
writing it down again like we did last year.
Okay.
Paul, it's the one thing we actually do write down.
Yeah.
Maybe the only thing every year
that's
in
it.
terms of predictions that we write down are our baseball predictions for the season.
Yeah, 100%. All right, spin it.
it's another would you rather. Would you rather lose your phone or lose your wallet?
Wallet.
Phone.
Wallet. No, phone. You're right. Phone. Easy pick. I don't know what I was thinking. I absolutely lose my phone. Because then you got to go get a new driver's license and new credit cards. You got to call all the credit card companies, your insurance card.
Not to mention any cash you may have had in there. That's
new
just
iPhone's like
gone.
$1,400.
I know, but you have insurance.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun too. You get a new phone and you get to set it all up again.
You have to get all new condoms for your wallet.
Right. Probably should do that. Regularly, anyway.
Update them. Yeah, as it were.
All those discount punch cards that I have to get, 10% off my next visit.
The wallet is the phone's excruciating, but the wallet is like it's
really. I already had 6 punches on my way to a free frozen yogurt, and I lost my wallet.
You know what, buddy?
Can you please
just take
it? Can you please honor my punch card?
Listen,
here? I promise
take it. Just take it. If you need it that bad, you turd, take it. Go ahead.
Do you not keep punch cards? And hey, they're all online now, but
I don't do it.
I do all the rewards.
I know you do. That's why we love you.
Basically paying like 10%
Jersey
less on everything else. Oh, good. I'm glad with the amount of Jersey Mikes you enjoy.
Yeah, I just put my phone number in.
They make it easy for you.
I do it at Bonds.
If there was anything that you had to do other than put your phone number in, you wouldn't do it.
No, I would not bring like a card in and get it punched.
That's how they used to always do it.
I know.
Now it's all
and
digital.
They'd have to buy those weird hole punches that were like stars or something, so you couldn't do it yourself.
Jimmy it at home. Yeah. We used to buy like wristbands for bars and different colored ones to like, oh, this will get me in.
Send one guy over to kind of keep an eye out.
Keep an eye. Yeah.
Orange wristbands.
How many degenerates were out there with like X-Acto knives cutting little stars into their
My
into their
dad
free
probably was one of them. Yeah.
cards just so
My dad
you
probably
could...
did it. Yeah, guaranteed.
Sir, you're here every day to reclaim a free sandwich.
Guy loves a free sandy.
I don't think that you've actually bought this many sandwiches. I'm sorry, sir.
I can see you doing it, actually.
I would not
If you
do
were
that.
one short, I think
No.
I can see you do
I
it.
believe in the integrity
Of the punch card?
Of the punch card system.
All right. Sure
like if one person messes it up for all of us, I'd be mad. Yeah, you have to have some honor when it comes to the punch card system.
Fair enough.
Can't believe you think I would do that. I would not do that.
All right.
I will take advantage of the punch card. I will read the fine print to see how much advantage I can take of the punch card, but I will not cheat the punch card system.
Your punch card has just cost us another spin, I think. It did.
Yeah.
It did. Waxing poetic about your punch card.
Tomorrow's the last show of the off season.
Right.
Then opening day. That's it for us.
I have to go
Brandon and
punch my
Frank
card
coming
later.
up next. Yes, you do. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll get the story in foreplay
Yes, you
tomorrow.
will. I'll run some
For
audio.
Executive producer Paulie Rindle and Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.